Majestic Edinburgh, Scotland is the site of one of the most important games of the young World League season. The Scottish Claymores are 2-0, and so far things have been perfect. They'll collide with the Amsterdam Admirals, led by the elusive Will Fuhr, who runs the league's top-rated offense. Field, Edinburgh, Scotland, where the unbeaten Scottish Claymores play host to the Amsterdam Admirals. Both teams at or near the top of the World League first half standings. The winner of the first half gets a berth in the World Bowl. How do you do, everyone? I'm Eric Clemens, along with my analyst Bill Motz. We'll be bringing you the action today. Bill, of course, needs no introduction. He spent an illustrious 10-year career playing the defensive tackle spot for the Kansas City Chiefs and earned a couple of Pro Bowl honors while he was doing that. All around a big, tough, mean guy on the field, but a nice guy off the field. And Bill, tell me what you expect to see in today's contest.
Well, Eric, in professional football, you come to expect the unexpected, and that's exactly what's going to happen today. Both these teams have made their mark by passing the football, but today you're going to come out and show a run offensive attack. For Amsterdam Admirals, number 22, Trevor Cobb's going to carry the load, and for Scottish Claymores, look for Steron Stacey, number 27. Whoever wins the battle on the ground should come out of this game victors.
All right, we're about set for the opening kickoff here at Murray Field in Edinburgh. We'll be back for that after this. Stay with us.
Today's game is brought to you by Budweiser, proud sponsor of football wherever it's played. This Bud's for you. And by AT&T, official sponsor of the 1996 U.S. Olympic team.
On the Super Collectors, tomorrow's never just another day.
This is Scarlett's room.
Ordinary people, extraordinary collections. Today, only on FX.
Some people think picket fences is a little strange.
He's badgering the midget. Oh.
Some people think picket fences is a little racy.
Get out! We did not have intercourse.
And some people think they've missed too much of the show to start watching now. Think again. Now on FX, you can finally find out what everyone's talking about. Catch the Emmy Award-winning episodes of Picket Fences that you might have missed. Every weekend at 7, 6 Central, only on FX. FX is TV with you in mind. That's why we care about your relationship to current events, your relationship with your pets, even your relationship with your stuff. Now FX presents a new show about our relationships with each other. Lost and Found, an FX original series, reuniting old friends, lovers, pals. Because all the people we've cared for in the past don't have to stay there. Lost and Found, weekends at 8, 7 Central, only on FX.
Welcome to Murray Field, Edinburgh, Scotland, where it's a pretty good day to play some American football. And the fans here love it. The weather conditions right now, 12 Celsius, are warm, almost balmy, 54 in the sun. Wind out of the northwest. Partly cloudy forecast as we are about set to tee it up in an all-important game between the Amsterdam Admirals and the Scottish Claymores. Adam Vinatieri about to tee it up, back deep to receive. For the Claymores will be Marcus Thomas. He's in the middle of the field. James Fuller to the far side of the field. And here comes the opening kick. Low line drive taken by Fuller at about his 20. Fuller gets it just out across the 30-yard line where the Claymores will go. 1st and 10 from their 32. Scotland's offense led by quarterback Steve Matthews. There he is, 6'3", 209 pounds. 2.5-year layoff because of a leg injury. We'll get more into that a little bit later. But he really improved from week 1 to week 2, Bill.
Drastic improvement, Eric. A totally different guy came out last week and turned this team around for him.
First and 10, the handoff to Steron Stacey, picking his way through a nice hole, gets up near first down yardage. Pick up of more than 9 on the play. It'll be very close.
Well, just as we talked about, you know, they came out trying to run the ball, and these are one of the things that the offensive coordinators and the head coaches talk to us about.
Speaking of Saran Stacy, one of the backs and receivers for us, Ron Dickerson in front of Stacy. LaChapelle, a guy to watch. Scott Cooper, the national player starting at the wideout, and Willie Tate, an NFL allocated player at tight end. First and 10, and Stacy again, not much room this time. Mike Evans, the first there to greet him, along with a host of other Admirals for a loss.
Again, they're coming out trying to run the ball, and it's very evident.
Offensive line didn't open things up on that play, but we'll meet him here. Randy Bierman, the left tackle, Tom Barnt, Lance Zeno, Purvis Hunt, and Keith Wagner. A lot of beef up front.
A lot of beef and a lot of good talent. These guys, 4 of them are allocated. We got Barnt with the Chiefs, Zeno with the Rams, Hunt with the Oilers, and Wagner with the Redskins.
2nd and 11, Stacy gets his 3rd straight carry. Goes off the far side, picks up some good yardage. Out close to the 50-yard line before he's brought down by Keith Franklin. Look at the Amsterdam defensive line. These guys have all been there before.
All these guys are returning starters from last year. They all played together, so they have a pretty good feel of what they need to do today.
Third and 5 for the Claymores from just outside the 50-yard line. Matthews under heavy pressure, and look at that catch by Willie Tate. Up close to a first down yardage.
Excellent awareness on the part of Willie Tate. You're going to see here that Steve Matthews comes under pressure from Malcolm Scholl. He holds his feet, makes a throw downfield, and look at one-handed grab behind his back, too. Talented guy. You can take another look at the catch here. I'll tell you, Willie Tate is a guy, the rap on him is he has great hands. And it shows right there.
Tate, a great catch, giving the Claymores their 2nd first down, and the swing pass out to Stacy in the worst spot, the hands, huh?
He's looking at him, too. He's not sure. Boy, he got a hole in there or something.
Amsterdam linebackers, only 2 of them today, as Coach Luganville coming out in the nickel package on defense. Keith Franklin and Rico Mack, who was letting out some insane yells before the game started along the sidelines as they warmed up. 2nd and 10 for the Claymores from the Amsterdam 44. In motion with Stacy. And Matthews gives it to Dickerson this time, and he's met by a host of Amsterdam Admirals on the defense, and we have a flag on the play as well.
Looks like one of the players in that pushing and shoving of Saran Stacy did a good job.
Okay. A 5-yard face mask.
5-yard face mask.
You heard the officials, the preliminary indication, a 5-yard face masking penalty against the Admirals.
So far, exactly what we talked about early on, Eric, is that they're going to try to come out and establish
Face mask, 5 yards only on the defense, number 54. Repeat, 2nd down.
And in the first possession, Scotland has had success doing it.
Claymores, as we talked about earlier, with 4 NFL allocated linemen up front on the line, and some great size up on the offensive line as well. 2nd and 9, play fake from Matthews, comes to the near side and hits Dickerson, who breaks a tackle on the near side, spins up inside the 40-yard line before he's pushed out by Rico Mack. Amsterdam defensive backs will take a look at their starters right now as they're playing the nickel package. Tommy Jones gets into the starting lineup. Kelly Sims, one of the safeties.
Number 27, Robert O'Neill. You'll see they have 5 guys as defensive backs. He's actually up playing a nickel backer situation.
3rd down and 5, and Matthews back to throw again. Comes near side, hits Dickerson, up close to another first down. I believe they have it. He's brought down by O'Neill, the nickel backer that you just spoke about, but Scotland moving the ball downfield just as they want it.
Well, the reason they're able to move the ball like this is because they came out and established the run. They're making their front 4 go ahead and play the run. Now here Steve Matthews sets up and has all the time and finds his man out in the flat, Ron Dickerson. And the guy covering the back in that situation is Robert O'Neill, the nickelback.
LaChapelle in motion to the far side, and the give to Saran Stacy. Dances through a hole, gets inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another pretty decent pickup. Robert O'Neill on the tackle again.
Well, we talked about Saran Stacy earlier, and one of the things that he does, he has a great ability to find where the hole is going to open up. Now, you may call a play in the offensive huddle, and you have an idea of where it's going to happen and where you're supposed to hit, but the hole can actually open anywhere, and Saran Stacy can find that hole.
Pitch to the far side, and Stacy has a hole. Stacy gets all the way down to close to the 10-yard line before he's knocked out by Kelly Sims. Nice play.
Obviously, a great job blocking in front. Watch the fullback, 23, Ron Dickerson. He makes the key block right there on Robert O'Neill, and that springs the whole thing. Robert O'Neill's a guy that came, there he is right there. He's a guy that came in and has to play linebacker position, but he's a defensive back.
Stacy not exactly writing home about the season so far. Only 82 yards on 41 carries coming in, but adds to the average with that one. Stacy again off the right side, cuts it back a little bit, gets down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
There again was an excellent job of seeing how Saran Stacy can find a hole. And when the things close down around him, he can dance and juke and find a little seam to pick up a yard or two.
Claymore is looking on the sideline with some intensity, as is Al Luganville, who took over the reins of the defensive coordinator spot for the Admirals this year. He has to be a little concerned. The Claymores have marched it right downfield. 2nd and 5, the pitch to Stacy. Another big hole. He'll score easily.
Impressed with the opening drive of the Scottish Claymores. What a great mix of run and play action pass. Enable them to move right down the field, Eric. Seemed virtually like it was not even a test for them. This offense right now seems to be playing very well together. Their timing and everything is down.
And Scottish rugby legend Gavin Hastings on for the extra point. He's been perfect on 5 PATs this season. He is perfect again. So the Scottish Claymores, with 9:17 to go up 7-0. Back to see if Amsterdam can answer in just a moment.
Budweiser.
Jamming, and I hope you like jamming too.
So you can't keep up with your old ma, huh? Not with this headache. Where's your Tylenol?
Oh, it's Advil now.
Mom, you never used anything but Tylenol.
Well, times change.
There you go.
Now, these days it's Advil I trust.
A lot of people do. And you know, 2 Advil work better on tough headaches than any 2 extra-strength Tylenol. Welcome to the 90s, Mom.
Why, thank you.
For safe and effective pain relief, Advil. Nothing is proven to work better or last longer.
A friend of mine said I should try America Online. So I did. I've gotten help with my golf swing, planned my next vacation. I even get stock price updates every 15 minutes. America Online puts over 100 newspapers and magazines right on my screen. I've got worldwide email, point-and-click internet access, and a great web browser. Plus, new features keep getting added. Call the toll-free number and you'll receive your free startup kit and 15 free hours to look around. It's worth a try. You'll see.
This is a nail. This is a hammer.
Is this you?
Well, this can be you after watching Fix It, FX's easy guide to home repair and improvement. Host Jeff Probst asks all the right questions, and Kat Ryman, FX's very own Fix It expert, packs a tool belt full of answers.
Yeah.
We are home with the involved viewer here.
Fix It premieres tomorrow at 3:30, 2:30 Central, only on FX.
Sawing is believing. Woo!
Amsterdam Admirals a bit concerned. Scotland marches the ball right down the field. An impressive 12-play drive because of those two, the tandem of Saran Stacey and Ron Dickerson in the backfield. Now Gavin Hastings set to kick it off as Amsterdam will try to get its first possession of the day and march it back downfield to get back into it.
Eric, it'll be interesting to see what Amsterdam comes out with to try to answer that. Once you get down 7-0 right off the bat, you're forced sometimes to change your offense.
That's right. 5 minutes, 43 seconds, an impressive first drive. And here's the kickoff by Hastings. Shortened to the near side, but the officials are waving it out. Hold up just a minute.
There is no kick on the play. The ball was not whistled ready for play. The clock should be reset to 9:29. Thank you.
Okay, we got the explanation.
By a very polite Bill Carroll, I may add.
Claymores have to feel good. They didn't do much offensively against this team at all last year. And of course, the rugby legend Gavin Hastings, nobody around these parts is without knowledge of this guy's illustrious career as a rugbyer, now a place kicker.
The clock should be 9:21, please. 9:21.
Still problems with our clock here.
Coach Kreiner said that Gavin Hastings, him joining the club, brought a lot of leadership to it. The guys really gather around him. Let's go, Kirko!
Hastings, a low line drive boot coming to the near side, and Philip Bobo on the near side touched it before it went out of bounds. So Amsterdam not in favorable position at their own 11-yard line.
We'll go back and take a look at that touchdown. Watch the two key blocks. Purvis Hunt, the guard, 79 kicking out, and then the lead block again. Fullback Ron Dickerson cuts his man, and it's right into the end zone for Saran Stacey. Let's take a look at 79, the offensive guard to the right of your screen, kicking his man out. Now, lead blocker right there, down, takes out the legs. Ron Dickerson does a great job, and he's been doing a great job for him all year, being their lead blocker.
Now Will Fuhrer leads his offense, the #1 ranked offense in the World League. The lone setback is Trevor Cobb, who gets the handoff and goes straight up the gut. Big hole. He'll get a first down out across the 20-yard line before George Coghill brought him down. Will Fuhrer, second year here with the Amsterdam Admirals, 6'2", 207 out of Virginia Tech.
Gutsy type of player. A guy that after we talked to you yesterday seems like, you know, he wants to do well in this league. He's angry. He's here. He's a guy that's a hard worker, a team guy, and I'm anxious to see what he does. He's had 2 great weeks in his opening debut here. I want to see what he does today.
Sorry, not a first down, as I indicated earlier. Second and very short, and the give again. Now this is Frank Tamming, the national player now in the game at the halfback spot, and he appears to have first down yardage before he was brought down by Troy Ridgely. Speaking of Tamming, let's take a look at the starting backs and receivers for Amsterdam. Trevor Cobb there, he's the main man on the ground. Philip Bobo, the speedster, outside. Carlos Etheridge gets the start at tight end today because Willie Williams has moved to the offensive line. We'll talk about that a bit later as well. First and 10 at the 23. Play fake by Fuhrer. Goes to the far side and hits David Jones, who picked up about 6 yards on the play on the reception. James Williams brought him down. We were talking about the beef up front for Scotland, and Bill, there's some beef up front for the Amsterdam Admirals as well.
A lot of big guys up there. Their line probably averages around 320, and Jerry Crafts and also Marcus Spears, 2 big loads in there.
Well, it's 2nd and 4. Jones in motion, and the pitch Tamming reverses his field. Nice effort by Tamming, who ran about 25, 30 yards, but didn't get much. David Webb and Emmett Waldron, a national player on the Scottish defense, brought him down.
That was a nice job by John DeWitt, number 97, and we're talking about the defensive line right there. Number 97, John DeWitt, strung that play out. That's what he's supposed to do as an end. When they run your side, you take that thing all the way to the sidelines, and he did. And Frank Tamming had to turn around and try to make something go out the back door, but it wasn't there.
On paper, Coach Al Luganville has to feel his team has a great size advantage on the right side going against Webb and O'Brien. We'll see how that plays out on 3rd and 5. Two receivers split to the top, and Fuhrer back to throw. Has David Jones again, and it appears he has another Amsterdam first down before Fuller brought him down. Jones claiming that he was grabbed in the face mask, and we do have a flag on the play.
Looks like as Fuller came over top of him, he might have had a hand on his face mask, maybe a 5-yard. Face mask, and let me see how what it becomes. Oh, it's a full-blown face mask, 15-yarder.
Face mask, number 22 defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Look at the Scotland linebackers right now. Emmett Waldron, the national player, is one of the linebackers, Mark Sander and Arnold Ali.
You also see Shannon Jones, number 58, in there a lot also.
Pitch, Tamming, near side. He's met in the backfield once, twice, and he was never knocked down. Talk about an effort. He didn't get much, but boy, nice run, nice effort by Tamming. David Wilson there forced him out, and here are the starting defensive backs: James Williams, James Fuller, George Coghill, and Frank Robinson for the injured Corey Duckett gets a start at the left corner spot.
Well, you know, Al Luganville looked at this team on paper and said, yeah, there is a big weight advantage over there with Jerry Crafts on top of John DeWitt. But hey, they tried his side twice so far. John DeWitt is stringing this thing all the way to the sidelines. There's no place for him to run over there.
2nd and 12, and Fuhrer comes near side, hits Derek Hill. And Hill struggles out over the 50-yard line and into Scotland territory down to the 47.
Well, like I said, both teams have come out and have established that they want to try to run the ball. I think Scotland's had a little bit better success up to this point, but now Amsterdam is getting a good mix of things going. They had the penalty, which kept the drive alive. Now they're at midfield. Now they've really got to come together and get that ball in scoring zone.
Big early 3rd down situation, 3rd and 5 for Amsterdam at the 47 of Scotland. Fuhrer looking deep along the far side, but overthrows his man. He was looking for Diedrich Smith on the far side of the field, but he was well covered, so Amsterdam is snuffed in that drive and has to punt.
Amsterdam has to punt. If it wasn't for the penalty, they would have had a punt before that. And up to this point, they've only had a punt 5 times in 2 games. So this is really saying something about this Scottish Claymore's defense. They've come to play.
Now on to punt, Adam Vinatieri, the league's top punter with a 41-plus yard average. That one's high and short. Lee Gissendaner calling for the fair catch and makes it at his 14-yard line, where the Claymores will take over with less than 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Al Luganville, pretty concerned. His career record here in his 2nd season with the Admirals, 10-3. And of course, a lot of coaches say this team was the best from start to finish last season. Jim Kreiner is one of them, who says Amsterdam, he expects to be right there all through this. His career record, 4-8. And of course, an assistant for the Sacramento Surge, who won the 1992 World Bowl. And this is Saran Stacy on the carry, cuts it back up the middle across the 15 to about the 17-yard line.
And And another pickup of about 6 yards. And now I have to question. One of my questions was when I addressed this Amsterdam defense was it appeared to me that their defensive line is getting too far upfield. They're shooting gaps, which is creating seams. And I didn't get that response back from the coaching staff. They said, no, we're fine up there. But thus far, that's what I've been seeing.
Stacy takes the pitch to the far side, cuts it back again, has room. Stacy across the 50 and into Amsterdam territory.
You take a look at Saran. Stacy takes the handoff here. He sits in the backfield and he's looking for his hole and he sees it. And when he does see it, he takes it no matter where it is. You see him cutting back there. Now he comes into your picture and he's just moving back and forth, trying to pick up extra yards, trying to stay away from the defenders.
First and 10, play fake, and Steve Matthews is buried back there. The first man to get to him,
Jay Williams.
Jay Williams, number 77, into the game.
We're going to take a look at the left of your screen. You'll see Jay Williams right here. It looks like a miscommunication up front between the center and the guard, and he shoots in scot-free. But it's a play like that that the Amsterdam Admirals need to capitalize on right now to stop this momentum.
Loss of about 8 on that play, and Matthews back to pass again. A quick one to LaChapelle, and LaChapelle gets back to about the original line of scrimmage on the quick hitter. Jay Phillips brought him down. Pickup of 8.
Sean LaChapelle, you know, Eric, we talked to him yesterday, and I asked him if he listens to the Beatles' White Album backwards because his eyes were so big, he looked like Charles Manson. And this guy is a man possessed. He's on a mission. He's here for a reason. He's angry. He wants to get back in the NFL, and he wants to be on an NFL roster.
Allocated by the Kansas City Chiefs is LaChapelle, and Matthews back to throw and has his man Willie Tate again. And Tate has first down yardage. So Scotland continues to move the football impressively.
I briefly mentioned the transformation from week 1 to week 2 of Steve Matthews. You're going to see a good case of it right here. Look at his poise as he has pressure all around him. He has that ability under pressure to find his receivers, and that's what he did right there, and Willie Tate was the man.
Willie Tate allocated by the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 catches today, and big ones they were, both of them getting first downs for his offense. Inside of 2 minutes to go in the quarter, and Saran Stacy, another big hole right up the middle.
Again, gashed right up the middle, and that's what I was talking about. Their defensive line is coming too far upfield, and it's creating seams. And Saran Stacy is the guy that can find the seams, and he's doing it here. Right now, Amsterdam needs to settle down and start playing their defense. You need to start protecting the gaps, taking care of the responsibilities first, and make sure everybody does their job.
Stacy has 10 rushes for 99 yards. If he gets 1 more yard, which he does right here, he is the first player in World League history with 4 100-yard games, 100 yards in the first quarter. That's amazing.
Especially it's amazing when you look at the last 2 games. He has a total of 84 yards in 2 games, and that's basically the World League rushers. That's the way it's been going. That's been the trend. Nobody's really set the league on fire until this point in moment right now.
So give Stacy 183 or so after this outstanding first quarter he's had. Matthews rolling out, had to throw it away. He was under some heavy pressure.
Right there is what Steve Matthews did well by throwing the ball away. In week 1, he would have tried to scramble a little bit further and force the ball in there, which resulted in week 1 in 4 interceptions for him. But that throwing the ball away right there, it's what a quarterback needs to do to not lose a ball game for you.
Matthews last week, a big improvement over week 1, 17 of 25, a touchdown, 211 yards, 1 pick. Matthews pump fakes, goes near side, overthrows that one. He was looking for Stacy, it looked like, out of the backfield. Stacy came into this game with 10 receptions, so he can catch it out of the backfield as well as run it.
Well, what that was a little timing pattern, Eric, and he was on his 3rd step. He set up and he passed, but the timing wasn't there. It looked like Saran might have got caught up in traffic coming out of through the line of scrimmage, and henceforth, you know, the ball wasn't where it was supposed to be.
Another big third down as we end near the end of the first quarter. That pass is deflected and intercepted by Rico Mack. And Mack has a convoy. He'll go. Rico Mack turns the tide. And Jim Kreiner cannot believe the turn of events there.
You're going to see the ball was tipped here at the line of scrimmage. Steve Matthews sets up, has good protection, but right there, it looked like Bobby Hamilton got his hand on it as it came across the line of scrimmage and tipped right into the arms of Rico Mack, who has a clear shot down the sidelines for 6 points. And we have an even ball game, Eric. Even though the numbers may have been lopsided, right now it's even. And it's things like that, turnovers, that can keep a game close.
Turnovers often killed the Claymores in last year's matchups with Amsterdam. And that one, a big one, as Rico Mack takes it all the way back on the interception return. Hans Verdecker, the extra point, gets it through.
At the end of the first quarter.
At 7 at the end of the first quarter. The Amsterdam Admirals and Scottish Claymores. Back to the second quarter in a moment.
Looking for something?
Yeah, that dime from Sprint's long-distance plan.
Having trouble finding it, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the dark.
Well, that's because depending on when you call, the Sprint Sense rate isn't always a dime. In fact, it could be a quarter.
That puts a whole new light on things.
And on average, most people can save more with AT&T True Reach Savings than with Sprint Sense when they spend just $25 a month. So, what do you think?
I think I found what I'm looking for.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
Hi, I'm Emmett, and I'm a cowboy. This is my hat. These are my boots. These are my horses. This is where they graze. And this is my ranch. No matter whose brand is on the front gate. This is my territory. This is my zone. This is my planet.
This is Back Check. This is your host. You can reach Jeff by phone, letter, email. Not just a fax, man. We want your side of the story. It's our job.
You're born, you live, you die. Along the way, you meet a lot of people. Most of them you just lose track of, but some you'd actually like to see again. That's why there's Lost and Found. Reuniting people who've lost track of each other.
Do we look the same?
From New York to Vegas to Paris, France. FX, TV with you in mind. Hooking up the planet one reunion at a time. Lost and Found. Weekends at 8, 7 Central, only on FX.
Hi, I'm Claire Carter.
And I'm John Burke.
From Personal FX.
The collectible show. How do we make TV fresh daily? Well, every day in our FX apartment and on the road,
We put people,
the things they treasure,
a few experts,
and all you out there,
together.
and then we shake it up a little.
It's for sale.
It's worth about $350.
Ding. Personal FX, made fresh daily. 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific, only on FX.
Are you ready for tomorrow?
And now Budweiser presents World League of American Football Facts. On a point-after-touchdown attempt, it is possible for the defense to score 2 points, also known as a deuce, by returning a fumbled, interception, or blocked kick into the opponent's end zone. Hey, World League, this Bud's for you.
To take a breather, 90 yards on the interception return to put his team right back in the game and tied at 7 as we start the second quarter with Vinatieri's kickoff coming down to Marcus Thomas at his 6. Thomas gets out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, and Scotland will take over. We're still tied at 7 early in the second quarter.
I'm Jackie Joyner Kersey, and I have asthma, but it hasn't kept me from setting 4 world records because I control my asthma every day. And even if you think you have your asthma under control, you should call the Asthma Control Program from GlaxoSmithKline. They'll send you a free kit full of the latest information to help you understand and manage your asthma better. You'll get lots of useful tools, including a 4-step program that can help you prevent attacks before they occur. And best of all, you'll receive updated information as soon as it's available.
Many asthma patients, including you, can become symptom-free if you follow the daily treatment plan your doctor prescribes. And the asthma control program from Glaxo Wellcome can help. So call 1-800-732-3385 right now.
The sooner you get with the program and stick with the program, the sooner you can take control of your asthma. I don't let asthma control my life, and you don't have to let it control yours either.
How can I be a worthy mother when all I want is my children's cereal?
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes just for kids? Brave adults say no.
My wife said she'd do anything to help. I told her to get me a spoon.
Now more than ever, these adults are stepping forward to admit they love that sweet, delicious crunch.
My passion finally led to a marriage of convenience. He's a milkman.
Come on, give in. Frosted Flakes have the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
This Mother's Day, FX invites you to get creative.
We want you to tell the world why your mom is the coolest, caringest, #1 mama out there.
So pen a poem.
Croon a tune.
Snap a shot. Paint a picture.
Shoot a video.
It's the perfect gift. An FX TV tribute to your mom.
We'll unveil your mom masterpieces on Mother's Day.
Just watch FX all this week. And we'll tell you exactly what you need to do to participate.
FX Mother's Day, creatively yours, brought to you by Sara Lee. Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
On their own 22, and the give to Marcus Thomas. And Thomas has a nice hole off the near side, picks up about 6 yards.
Well, when your starting tailback rushes for 100 yards in the first quarter, you can go ahead and bring in Marcus Thomas right away and see what the rest of the troops got.
Thomas backing up Saran Stacy, 5'10", 200 pounds out of Eastern Kentucky. Free agent signee with Jacksonville last season, also a returnee here to Scotland. The pitch near side to Thomas. Still moves forward just a bit before met by Mike Evans and a host of Amsterdam Admirals on the tackle, short of first down yardage.
Well, they got both the fullback and the tailback are in there. So they're giving Saran Stacy and Ron Dickerson a little breather early in the second quarter. They plan on probably running the ball a lot. You know, on the other end of it, Al Luganbill told us yesterday that the front four has to do a great job for us today, or we're in for a long day. Well, this early in the ball game, it looks like they could be in for a long day.
On third down, Matthews looking to the far side, and now he pulls it down, tries to get away and cannot. Bobby Hamilton, Keith Franklin, Gary Howe, Malcolm Scholl, a host of Amsterdam Admirals there to bring him down, and Amsterdam forces a Scotland punt.
Well, they did a nice job right there in stopping him 3 and out, and they're forcing him to punt. They had an interception. It went for 6 points. It's now a tie ball game. They come back out and stop him on the next possession. That's a big turnaround for a defense. They're starting to change the momentum right now. Let's see if Amsterdam's offense can take advantage of it.
Paul McCallum in for the punt, and it's a line drive short. Bino Bryant was back waiting for it. He'll instead let it bounce out of bounds. Great field position for Amsterdam at their own 43-yard line, where they'll take over 1st and 10. All right. Tell you the increase in talent here, 68 players allocated from the NFL here in the World League this season. Last season, only 35. And you can see the rest, that the quality of play, Bill, has really improved in this league this season.
Everybody we talk to says that. Head coaches, players, general managers, it's really becoming a good league for talent.
Will Fuhrer on the pitch, and Trevor Cobb comes near side, tries to cut it back before he's met. As the hole closed quickly, Joe O'Brien was there to stop him, along with David Webb.
Well, that was a nice job by Joe O'Brien up front. You know, Joe is in there. He's actually filling in for Ty Parton. The Scottish Claymore, he's lost Ty Parton last week to a knee injury, and Joe's in there and he's a short guy, an undersized guy, but he's mean, and he's got a good motor. And he's a guy that just wants to fly around. You'll not only see him on the defensive line, you're going to see him on special teams, too.
2nd and 8. Pure off the play-action fake. Looking near side, floats it up in the air, but throws it away. Carlos Etheridge was the intended receiver, but Pure was under some heat.
Well, I talked about little guys. Let's take a look at David Webb, number 59, on this pass rush. He's going to come into his big offensive tackle, work his way around him, and lay a hit here on Will Pure. It's hits like that through the course of a game are going to make a quarterback jittery. He may get the pass off, he may complete them, but if you keep knocking him down on the ground, through the course of the game, he's going to become jittery.
3rd down and 8. Scotland seeming to have some trouble getting its personnel in on the obvious passing situation. Pure gets away from some heat, takes off up the middle, and he's got a first down. Will Pure was brought down by John DeWitt, but a little bit too late. He got out of the gate.
The elusive Will Pure, as we talked about earlier in the broadcast, escaped getting tackled twice here. First by number 59, David Webb again. Great job of keeping his feet. And then again by number 97, John DeWitt. And he falls forward for the first down. We have an injury out on the field right now. One of the Amsterdam Admirals offensive linemen looks like got clipped in the back of the leg in that mix-up over there as Will Pure was being chased around. And
Looking for something?
Yeah, that dime from Sprint's long-distance plan.
Having trouble finding it, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the dark.
Well, that's because depending on when you call, the Sprint Sense rate isn't always a dime. In fact, it could be a quarter.
That puts a whole new light on things.
And on average, most people can save more with AT&T True Reach Savings than with Sprint Sense when they spend just $25 a month. So, what do you think?
I think I found what I'm looking for.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
The all-wheel drive cars from Subaru. Each looks beautiful on the surface. Any surface. Subaru all-wheel drive is the ultimate safety feature. It reacts instantly, transferring power automatically from the wheels that slip to the wheels that grip to help keep you safely on the road, even where there are no roads. The all-surface, all-weather, all-wheel drive line from Subaru. The beauty of all-wheel drive.
They crawl, they hop, they slither, they're pets, and they won't be stopped!
Unless you watch The Pet Department, only on FX. If you miss it, be very afraid. FX's John Burke travels miles and miles to bring you America's legendary collections.
The Super Collectors is ordinary people with extraordinary collections. This is a lighter. The most unique and rare collections of personal FX. Plus, super tips on how to maintain your super collection.
And on every show, the search is on for 3 of America's most wanted collectibles.
You might be the one to connect the collector with a sought-after item.
The Super Collectors, today at 3:30, 2:30 Central, only on FX.
Big world, big collections.
Now on FX, if it can break, if it can work better, or if it never works, you can fix it with FX's Do-It-Yourself show. Let Fix-It host Jeff Probst and Fix-It expert Cat Ryman show you how to hammer out the bugs in your house.
They don't call her Cat Can Do for nothing.
At FX, what you don't know could cost you.
So watch FX's handy guide to home repair and improvement for the right tools and the best Fix-It shortcuts. Rich, right.
Fix-It premieres tomorrow at 3:30, 2:30 Central, only on FX.
Remember, if it can break,
You can fix it.
Box, fire, and on.
Al Luganville making some defensive adjustments as his offensive unit on the field. But he's got to be concerned about his fallen player.
Left side of your screen, number 76, Jason Childs. His right foot right there gets caught up in the turf with bodies falling on him. It looks pretty serious. They're gathered around out there. They have a stretcher. Looks like they took out an air pump cast. It's one of those things, all linemen, or whether you're an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman, against an opponent, it's one of the injuries that you think about always.
All right, yesterday in the World League, the London Monarchs, for Lionel Taylor and his first victory as a head coach, get it for him, 27-20 over the Rhine Fire, using some big plays, but they had a big loss. Quarterback Preston Jones, who got off to a great start in that game, injured a hamstring. Kenny McIntyre, London, 3 interceptions, 1. He took all the way back for a touchdown. So the Monarchs get in the win column. And later on tonight, the Barcelona Dragons against the unbeaten and defending champion Frankfurt Galaxy in Barcelona, Spain. That should be a good one. Some pretty decent offenses going head-to-head in that one.
Frankfurt last year, the defending World Bowl champs. Off to another good start. There we take a look at Jason Childs getting ready to put on the stretcher. And like I was talking about before, you know, anytime one of the linemen goes down like that, and it's usually a crucial injury. And everybody that's out there right now on the line is sitting there, and their thoughts are with them, and our best wishes are with them. We'll see what happens out here. We'll take a look. See number 76, left side of your screen. Watch the bodies fall right into the right side of his leg as his leg is planted in the ground. And there was no movement. He had all his weight on the right side of his foot, and the body fell into it. He's getting a round of applause right now as they wheel him off, but I'll tell you, that looked pretty serious.
Jason Childs, 6'3", 270, out of North Dakota, started today because Zev Lemelski, the normal starting right guard, was a little bit nicked up.
Going into the commercial, I said it looked like an offensive lineman down, and they really can't afford to lose an offensive lineman. They've been nicked up front. They've had to shuffle a bunch of people around. They lost Kevin Farkas. Willie Williams is in there now. Zev Lemelski was out, but he's forced to play right now.
And the pitch comes to Cobb on the near side, and Cobb has some room, turns the corner before he goes out of bounds inside the 40-yard line of Scotland. I'm sorry, Bean O'Brien, correction. And Coach Luganville talked a lot about him yesterday as being maybe the X factor that would determine this game.
The X factor.
Oh, the Beano factor.
Yeah, the Beano factor. What he is a home run threat anytime he's on the field because of his speed. You see he's only 5'8", 184 pounds, and he's not going to be in but about 15, 20 carries. But he can break one anytime he touches the ball.
Picked up 8 that time, 2nd and 2. Bryant is the lone setback now and takes the handoff, runs into a pile of bodies right at the line of scrimmage. He will have been lucky to gain a yard.
Right again, it's a yards up the middle. Come to nowhere. Return team, get ready. Do not go.
You can see up front Scotland's defensive front 7. They are number 2 in the rush. Last week they only allowed 13 yards rushing. That would help you move up the scales. But they have a great front 7 in controlling the run defense. And they're doing it here today against a big Amsterdam line.
Bryant, no gain on that play on 3rd down. He gets the handoff, cuts it back, and he gets first down yardage inside the 35 to the 33-yard line before Mark Sander brought him down. Bryant came off the injured reserve list just this week for this game, and like we talked about earlier, Al Luganville's eyes lit up when he even spoke about number 23.
What Amsterdam has done is they finally got themselves offensively in scoring position, in the scoring zone. Now they need to go ahead and get into the end zone. That's one of the things they were talking about. As an offense, they're able to move the ball up and down the field, but they haven't been able to put it in the end zone.
The ball came loose on the play, and Jim Kreiner was hoping that his defense would be awarded with it, but the officials had ruled progress stopped.
Here we take a look at the replay, and it's Bean O'Brien right up the middle. And you see the blue shirts close on that? I mean, that's a great job. I mean, anytime you hold them to 2 yards on a carry, that's what you try to do. Try to hold them under 3 yards per carry, and you win on defense.
Bryant picked up 2, takes the pitch out, cuts it back, gets inside the 30 to the 28-yard line before David Webb brings him down.
And again, they have it. They run the ball again, and they've created a 3rd and 4 or more situation. And as a defensive team, that's the kind of situations you want. You want 3rd or 4 or more. You don't want 3rd and short yardage. You want to make them earn that first down.
1 3rd and 4. 3 receivers split out. Fuhr quickly to the outside. Derek Hill, a diving catch, but it'll be short of first down yardage at the 25-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what happened there with Will Fuhr is Will Fuhr saw the corner just as he was releasing the ball, and he underthrew it. It was a nice job on the catch with Derek Hill coming back, but he saw Frank Robinson closing, and he just held the ball a little bit too long in his release, and Derek Hill had to come back to get it.
Al Luganville had a decision called a timeout on fourth down. We'll find out if Amsterdam will be successful or go for the field goal as action continues here in the second quarter.
This year's Olympics are in Atlanta, but the games will be everywhere. The Bud World Party. A great time to share a Bud with friends, no matter where you are. Budweiser, proud sponsor of the '96 Summer Games.
This Friday, 20th Century Fox is gonna pull out the big guns. I've been on medication and everything, and I just want some respect. The Great White Hype. Didn't I tell you you're gonna get the shot? You ain't my daddy, are you? Rated R. At theaters Friday.
Have you tried the Colgate Deep Clean? Something most teeth have never felt. Something you can feel with Colgate baking soda and peroxide with tartar control. Tingling deep in tiny crevices between teeth and along the gum line. You and your dentist will agree. This Colgate Deep Clean is truly monumental. Colgate baking soda and peroxide. Feel the deep clean.
How can I be a worthy mother when all I want is my children's cereal?
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes just for kids? Brave adults say no.
My wife said she'd do anything to help. I told her to get me a spoon.
Now more than ever, these adults are stepping forward to admit they love that sweet, delicious crunch.
My passion finally led to a marriage of convenience. He's a milkman.
Come on, give in. Frosted Flakes have the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
Baby Ruth. Who can resist all that rich nougat and caramel? And all those crunchy roasted peanuts. Just what you need to get going.
Showtime!
Baby Ruth from Nestle. This baby gets you going.
Back at Murray Field here in Edinburgh is Al Luganville. We'll watch his place kicker Adam Vinatieri try a 43-yard field goal attempt to give his team the lead. And we have a loose ball inside, still loose on the far side of the field. As that one was botched, it seemed like from the beginning.
It looked like it was a fake. It looked like they got a little shovel pass to Rico Mack. If I'm not mistaken, and Rico Mack was well on his way to getting the first down until he fumbled the ball. Now we have another Amsterdam injury on the field. Look at number 55. Get the snap. It's a snap to the up back. A little pitch, and he comes right around the side, and he's stumbling and bumbling around there. Look at him, running like a linebacker, I guess. He has a first down. He has a first down right there until he fumbled the ball.
Rico Mack already a big day with the interception return. I tell you, they had this announcer faked out because I thought the ball had been kind of kicked into the line of scrimmage and maybe even fumbled over there.
Well, I wasn't sure. I thought they might have snapped it to him, but they did get it back to the holder, and the holder just a little shovel pass to him, as you're going to see right here. He's coming around from the wing position, and he does a great job of keeping his feet when the rusher was actually on him as he took the pitch. Well, that would have been a big boost for them. But instead, now look at the situation it puts them in. They've been having trouble, we talked about, in the scoring zone. They haven't been able to put the ball in the end zone. And anytime you get 3 points instead of 7, obviously it's going to catch up to you in the long run. Here they get into scoring zone, attempt a fake, and come out with nothing. They have the luxury of a tie game right now due to the interception run back.
Brian Gelsheiser out of Penn State was injured on the play. John Saka, the holder there with the pitch to Rico Mack. Call it a completed pass, but short of the first down, so Scotland takes over at its own 24-yard line, 1st and 10. And they give to Saran Stacy, and Stacy gets across the line of scrimmage for 2 to 3 yards on the play before he's brought down by Kelly Sims.
And back in the game for him is a 1-2 punch. So their offense is going to get serious now. And in comes Saran Stacy and Ron Dickerson. Eric Dickerson.
It's all right.
I don't know. Some of the names I've seen over here in the World League hasn't surprised me if I might see him show up here.
Second down at 7 as Stacy picked up 3. Gets the handoff here. Met behind the line of scrimmage. Jay Williams will get the credit for grabbing the legs and bringing him down.
Well, it looks like Al Luganville made an adjustment with his defense again. I heard him saying that on the field to the players, we're just going to play the defense call and play it. And Al plays a variable type of defense. Like if the offense shows you one thing, it's this. If they show you another, it's this. It seems now he's doing what we had said earlier. He said, settle down, guys. Let's play the defense call. And that's what they're doing. And they're slowing down the running process of the Claymores.
3rd and long for Steve Matthews, who completes the pass to the near side, and Willie Tate. And Tate looks to be near the first down marker, but just short. So again, Scotland will be forced to punt as the adjustments for Amsterdam appear to be working.
They sure do, but and on the other end of it, the Scottish Claymores, they can't have a letdown. You can't come out and take the ball 80 yards on opening drive, march right down the field and look like a championship caliber offense, and come out there the next 2 times and virtually do nothing.
Paul McCallum in deep punt formation, kicking to Bean O'Brien, who's deep. This one's a high, deep punt. Bryant will take it at his 22. Fumble. And Scotland has it. George Coghill, nope. James Fuller recovered the muffed punt of Bean O'Brien. A big break for Scotland.
A big break, Eric. And one of the things that I've noticed in the World League of American Football over here is that the special teams play has been very poor all the way through the league. And we'll take a look here at the replay. I'll get back to that in a second. But they're making mistakes. They haven't had time to work. Here's your flyer coming into the screen, James Williams. And he sees him coming into the picture, fields the ball, goes right through his hands, and it's picked up by James Fuller. The 2 Flyers did a great job on that. Flyers, I mean the outside guys, one-on-one, blowing down the field. They're trying to get to the coverage first.
High formation for Scotland now. Saran Stacy in motion to the far side, and Matthews, the delay to Dickerson, who doesn't get much. Maybe a yard on the play as Robert O'Neill came up along with Keith Franklin to stop him for little or no gain.
Talked about the special teams and the play around the league. Special teams takes time to understand exactly what's going on. And I've seen a lot of little mental errors being made throughout the league on special teams that's creating situations just like this.
Jim Kreiner hoping his team can take advantage of the second Amsterdam miscue here. Going to the end zone. Is it Scott Cooper for the touchdown? And there's a flag on the play as well. The national Scott Cooper may have a score. We'll see what the call is. He's not too happy.
I believe Scott Cooper pushed off there, and because there was some great separation downfield between Scott Cooper.
Defensive pass interference.
We have an ISO on it.
Defensive pass interference. It'll be a spot foul, automatic first down.
We're going to take a look at the isolation. There he is at the top of your screen, 81, Scott Cooper. Fakes it out, and then he's going to take it up to the post. And right there, Torrey Hunter can't recover and gives him a shot. And you can only make contact within 5 yards coming off.
Scott Cooper, a national player, 25 years old, out of Glasgow. Working on his PhD right now. Saran Stacy navigating his way through bodies, gets down to the 6-yard line. Rico Mack made the tackle.
That was a nice move by Scott Cooper. He took it down, out, and right up the field. And Torrey Hunter bit on it. And one of the things that Sean LaChapelle was telling us about is he works with Scott Cooper on these routes every single day. And there's an example of how these things are paying off for him.
LaChapelle is in motion. Matthews back to throw. Into the end zone, almost intercepted. He threw into a crowd. Looked like Kelly Sims almost came up with the interception there, as Willie Tate was the intended receiver.
Well, Steve Matthews is going to take the handoff right here, and he sets up. And he looks at his first read, his second read, then he finally goes over and looks at the tight end. He really forced that ball in there and didn't have enough on it. And Kelly Sims steps in, and he's lucky that ball, Eric, wasn't picked off.
That's right. Third down, goal to go on the 5. Matthews, touchdown. Scott Cooper again. First career touchdown, and look at him. He is in heaven.
And so is everybody here in Scotland. There's a happy guy, Eric.
They've got another reason to party here in Edinburgh, as if they need one. The National has scored his first career touchdown here in the World League. The extra point by Gavin Hastings, another national hero, is good. And the Scottish Claymores have a 14-7 lead.
That was a terrific catch by Scott Cooper, and he does an excellent job of getting open. But watch number 23, Ron Dickerson, pick up the blitz to make this whole thing happen. See the time he bought him? And when you have that situation of a blitzing linebacker, you're going to create a one-on-one situation with Scott Cooper. And that's exactly what happened there. That's exactly why Scott Cooper got his first touchdown.
Needs to work on the spike just a little bit. Ball came back up, bounced, and hit him in the face mask. He's got to get that act together a little bit.
One thing at a time, Eric. One thing at a time. He's found his way into the end zone. I'm sure the guys this week at practice are going to work on the spiking techniques with him.
I happen to know you're one of the brightest guys working in football here. Can you tell me what a PhD in organometallic and polymer chemistry would be? That's what Scott Cooper's working on right now. He's working on his thesis.
Well,
Do you have any idea what that is?
Here's my theory on the whole situation. Any of these guys, when I read in their bios that they're studying to be a doctor or want to be a doctor, I know they're lying because they wouldn't be out here. They're too smart.
Another national hero with over 700 career points in rugby matches, Gavin Hastings, and he has generated a lot of interest in the entire country. Scotland, 5-play, 25-yard scoring drive. Scotty Cooper was interfered with, caught a touchdown a couple plays earlier, and gets a legit touchdown right there on the crossing pattern over the middle. Hastings kicking deep to Philip Bobo and Bino Bryant. Short kick at the 17 to Bryant. Bryant tried to take it back to the middle of the field and gets cut down at about the 27-yard line, where Amsterdam will take over, trailing by 7. Edinburgh Castle.
I gotta be honest, that's one of the neatest things I saw.
Sights and sounds in a really historic city and historic country.
Is that where they filmed the movie Braveheart, wasn't it?
Hey, I tell you, some of the people here could have played in Braveheart. They got the war paint on, they got the whole thing, and they are pumped up their team up by 7. Amsterdam, 1st and 10 from its own 28, and Will Fuhr back to throw. He's got Philip Bobo over the middle, out close to the 40-yard line. He was trying to make some more. Mark Sander brought him down before he could get free, but it's a first down for Amsterdam.
Amsterdam came out throwing this time, and it's obvious to me that they're changing their game plan. They're getting away from the run. They're going to guys like Philip Bobo. They have 3 excellent receivers on their team. Philip Bobo's a speedster, and right there you saw they're going to try to start stretching this defense out now.
Bobo came into the game with 15 catches on the year. That's a movement in the interior line. Let's see.
That's going to be Willie Williams. It has to be on him.
And Will Fuhr appears to be shaken up on the play. He might have fumbled it on the exchange with his center, because there are no flags down. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
No flags down?
No flags, just a fumbled exchange, it appears, and Fuhr took him a while to get up. Bougainville fine-tuning the defense. 2nd and 10 for his offense here at its own 40-yard line. Fuhr back again, swings it to Frank Tamming, the national. Tamming gets across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Mark Sander brings him down along with Frank Robinson on the far side.
I really like Frank Tamming. I've watched him on film. I've seen him come out and do things. It doesn't matter if he's going the wrong direction. This guy is going to do it 100 miles an hour. He's lined up and just hit people. He runs the wrong way. He's always trying to make something happen, though. Watch here. He's out in the flat with a screen pass, and he's looking to take it downfield.
Fuhr throwing over the middle to big David Jones as H-back, and Jones gets it into Scottish Claymore territory down to the 40-yard line, and there we have the 2-minute warning. Amsterdam's on the move, trailing by 7 your score, but the Admirals threatening at the Scottish Claymore 40.
Once upon a time, there was a fairy princess who looked a lot like you. And she had a magic wand, too.
Action Lane remembers the old porch gliders, but ours have comfortable padding and a unique gliding mechanism for a smoother, gentler ride indoors.
Once upon a time, there was a fairy princess. Your grandpa used to say it was just like me.
Introducing the new glider recliner from Action Lane. Call 1-800-700-1233 for your local dealer and a free buyer's guide.
Look, you have got to go to Office Depot and see for yourself. Office Depot has the best selection.
I buzz in, I get what I want, and I'm gone.
Taking care of business.
Either call or fax your order in.
Taking care of business.
You can have delivery the very next day.
Taking care of business.
Office Depot has a great catalog with everything from A to Z. Office Depot, the best.
Office Depot, taking care of business for companies of every size, everywhere, every day.
Lost and Found, hooking up the planet one reunion at a time. Because all the people we've cared for in the past don't have to stay there. Lost and Found, weekends at 8, 7 Central, only on FX.
A friend of mine told me, try America Online. I said, why? I've got a computer. He said, try it. You'll see. It's simple. Every time you sign on, welcome. It tells you if you've got mail. You've got mail. Want to send some email? Type the message. Click here, and it's done. I like this. With one click, I can browse all kinds of great features on America Online. I've gotten help with my golf swing, planned my next vacation. I even get stock price updates every 15 minutes. America Online has over 100 newspapers and magazines, everything from Business Week Online to Cycle World, and I can browse them all. With America Online, you can point and click your way across the internet. And their web browser makes it easy to explore the World Wide Web. Call the toll-free number and you'll receive your free startup kit and 15 free hours to look around. It's worth a try. You'll see.
To try America Online free, call 1-800-508-9696. You'll receive your America Online startup kit and now 15 hours free your first month. Call now.
The Amsterdam Admirals on the move, trailing by 7 here in Edinburgh, Scotland. 1st and 10 on the Scottish Claymore's 40-yard line. And Fuhr back to throw again. He has a completion to Derek Hill over on the far side, inside the 30, down to close to the 25-yard line, a pickup of 14, and another first down.
Well, this was a nice throw by Will Fuhr. You're going to see him here. He sets up in the pocket, has a lot of time, looks downfield, makes a nice throw. David Hill was wide open. He got Frank Thomas turned around.
A swing pass to Frank Tamming, who fumbled the football, but fortunately for Amsterdam, it goes out of bounds before Frank Robinson could pick it up and gain control of it. Call it a completed pass for a very short gain. And the Admirals will be faced with a 2nd and long at the 27-yard
fumble forward out of bounds. By rule, bring him back to the spot of the fumble and wind the clock.
Actually, again, that was a nice job by Will Fuhr. He saw some pressure real quick and knew exactly where his outlet pass was.
Admirals in the hurry up on 2nd and 12. Philip Bobo on the receiving end of that Fuhr pass inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Another first down for Amsterdam.
One of the things that I was talking about earlier was How long is it going to be till they change over and go back to their pass? And they've done it this series.
Amsterdam.
You're going to see here, Will Fuhr sets up nice in the pocket, finds Philip Bobo, who's stretching the defense downfield. As you can see, it's been Philip Bobo, Derek Hill,
40-second timeout.
David Jones, and then if everybody's covered, they jump it off to the back end of the flat. But they're out of their game right now. They tried the running approach. It's not working. They took this series at about the 30-yard line and started passing the ball downfield. Now they're in position to score. They're at the 9-yard line. It's time to put it in the end zone. They need to score here.
Will Fuhr calling the signals, first and goal on the 8-yard line of Scotland. Amsterdam trying to move in position to tie. Jones in motion to the near side. Fuhr going for the end zone. It's intercepted. David Wilson. And Wilson gets it out to the 20-yard line. Big play for Scotland.
Well, the Scottish Claymore fans here are loving exactly what the Claymores are doing. And we'll take a look here at the end zone replay. You're going to see David Wilson play this real nice. He just steps right in front of Trevor Cobb. Now, Philip Bobo back in the picture. What happened on the play was Philip Bobo stretched the field. He took everybody to the back of the end zone. Out of the backfield came Trevor Cobb. Trevor Cobb turned. He was open. Will Fuhr just threw the ball a little behind him, and David Wilson steps in front of him and has his second pick of the season.
So less than a minute to play here in the first half. Steve Matthews gonna go for some more points, going back to throw, and it is in and out of the hands of Ron Dickerson. Rico Mack was there on the coverage. Matthews trying to get a 1-minute attack going here, at least possibly set up a field goal. And the Claymores have 3 timeouts remaining. They're full allotment so far in the first half. 2nd and 10 from their own 20, and Matthews back to throw again. Sean LaChapelle on the receiving end of that pass, close to first down yardage.
Nice job of coming back to the ball, Sean LaChapelle. He's going to come upfield, he turns back, and he comes back to the ball. See that? Putting his body in between himself, the ball, and the
timeout,
defender.
Scotland. That's the team's first
Claymores
charge
have called
team
a timeout.
40 seconds.
LaChapelle, I tell you, we talked about him a little bit earlier. He is really serious about everything he's doing around here. He came in, league's yardage leader at 221 yards on 12 receptions coming into this game, an 18.4 yard per catch average, and 2 touchdowns. He is playing well, and he's going to get some attention if the Chiefs won't give it to him.
But if there's any pressure, that sucker goes out of bounds. Understand? Do not force anything. Okay.
All right. We'll throw it if it's not there. Well, I want you to get out on the wheel. We're gonna go Liz Zip, Raiders, 58 FO wheel, and get out of there. Take a look at Willie downfield in the corner. And really? He's not taken. He's not there.
I see one. Liz Zip, 58 FO.
Okay, you see right there, they call the plays, and what's going to happen is Steve Matthews is going to come rolling out of the pocket, and he's going to be looking for tight end Willie Tate downfield. He should be open, and if he's not, you heard Jim Kreiner say, out of bounds. If he's not there, out of bounds. Do not force it. He's not looking for the 7th interception this year.
3rd and short. Matthews off the play fake, goes deep. And it's incomplete, well overthrown on the near side.
That's exactly what he did. He threw it out of bounds. He threw the ball away. He set up nice. He rolled out, just like I said. He looked for Willie Tate, but Willie Tate was covered.
So the Claymores will punt with 30 seconds to go here in the half.
First down. That's the reason why we keep telling you to
Bean
get outside.
O'Brien.
Right outside, man. One time. They've only hit us up one time. You go more here,
Jim Kreiner apparently a little disappointed that Matthews didn't get outside to give himself a chance to run for the first down. The punt high and fair caught by Bryant at his own 34-yard line. So with 22 seconds to go in the half, Amsterdam will see if they try to get the ball in field goal range for a long attempt by Vinatieri. Let's update you on some of the key rules here in the World League and some of the differences from the National Football League. 4 points for a field goal of 50 yards or more, which we may see on this drive, as Amsterdam with some pretty good position. The receiver only needs 1 foot in bounds for completion. Defense can score 2 points if they block an extra point attempt or recover a fumble and run it all the way back. And there's a 35-second play clock. Do you like these rules?
I'll tell you what I really like is I like the 4 points for a 50-yard field goal. I think that's something that the NFL is experiencing with. Take a look at it.
40-second timeout.
I mean, that's a heck of an accomplishment, a 50-plus yard field goal. It should be 4 points. Say something else I'd like to see, too, is I'd like to see them install the instant replay, but if you have to ask for it, the coach asks for it, and if you ask for it, you get charged a timeout for it. So, you know, kind of like what they had out of the old USFL.
Right. Frank Tamming we saw a little bit earlier on the bench with some ice around the right foot. One of the Amsterdam national players, the first Dutchman to ever carry a football in an American pro football game, Frank Tamming. Here, Tamming and some of the other nationals on the Amsterdam Admirals, Hans Verdecker, soccer player and place kicker here on defense.
Regan Analu, Tokuriabe,
and Leo Mali. That's the simpler name there.
Quite a story on Tokuriabe out of Japan.
And Fuhr on the deep sideline pattern has his man, Diedrich Smith, up at the first down marker to the 45-yard line. 17 seconds to go in the half, and Fuhr running the hurry-up, trying to get his team in field goal position at least.
As you notice, they seem to be a lot more in sync when they're throwing the ball, Eric. I mean, when they first started out the game, they wanted to try to run the ball, but it just wasn't there, and it didn't look like their offense was gelling. They look a lot more comfortable passing the ball.
Fuhr deep down the seam and has David Jones, who gets all the way down to the 21-yard line before they bring him down.
Take a look at the clock. They're down to 3 seconds on the clock. They don't get it. They don't get it down.
Now the clock continues to run here, so they could not stop it with no timeouts remaining, and that's the end of the first half. What a football game we've had. Steve Matthews and the Scottish Claymores leading it 14-7 over the Amsterdam Admirals as we've reached the half.
And now it's time to play FX Challenge.
All right, contestants, question 1. Popular FX program where viewers ask questions about FX shows.
What is that, Jack?
Correct. Methods by which FX viewers speak their minds to FX.
What are voicemail, letters, faxes, and emails?
Yes, correct again. He's the popular and extremely talented host of Backchat. Talented host, Backchat.
Join host Jeff Probst and the whole Backchat gang on Backchat. Sundays at 4, 3 Central, only on FX.
Anybody?
So, are you with AT&T?
No.
Oh, how's your long-distance company working out for you?
I'm not happy at all.
But what if I gave you some really good reasons to switch to AT&T, including up to 100 free AT&T minutes?
That would be wonderful.
Only AT&T customers can get AT&T True Reach savings.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Spend just $25 a month, and we subtract 25% off your calls to anyone, anywhere in the U.S.
It's just easier not to have to think about it, not to have to, figure out how much it's going to cost. You know you're saving 25%.
You save 25% on every type of call on your AT&T phone bill.
I like that freedom.
We're talking about calling cards, collect calls, long-distance cellular calls. You're talking about everything.
That's right. You're covered on all kinds of calls, so your savings can add up faster.
Yeah, you get that with AT&T. True Reach. I like that. It's simple. It's easy.
It's free.
I know that no matter what I'm doing, I'm getting the savings, and I don't have to worry about it.
And you'll see your savings in black and white. Because AT&T puts your discount right on your phone bill.
AT&T puts it right there on the bill. So I know I've saved X amount right then and there.
I don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out.
No, but you do have to be an AT&T customer. Just call 1-800-GET-TRUE to switch now.
That's easy.
We'll send you AT&T long-distance certificates good for up to 100 free AT&T minutes.
100 free minutes, that sounds wonderful. It gives you a really good incentive to switch.
You can use your free minutes to call, well, anybody.
So, what are you going to do? I'm going to switch back to AT&T.
I will be switching to AT&T. I'm definitely going to switch, like today.
Good. The number's 1-800-GET-TRUE. Call now and get up to 100 free AT&T minutes to thank you for switching to AT&T.
You didn't ask me what I was going to do.
Okay. Who's the long-distance company for you?
It's hands down AT&T. It's just easy.
It's all within your reach.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
Week 2 in the World League was a resounding success. On a beautiful day in Frankfurt, over 34,000 came out to cheer on the defending World Bowl champions, the Frankfurt Galaxy. And the crowd was not disappointed. The Galaxy had a bit of everything. A potent offense. A defense that registered 4 quarterback sacks. And of course, a touchdown dance from the local hero, Germany's own Ingo Seibert. Yes, it was a party in Frankfurt as the hometown Galaxy beat the Monarchs 37-3. As for the Fridge, he saw limited action. And it was the last action head coach Bobby Hammond would see. He was fired on Monday. In Amsterdam before the game, the obstacle course was one of the main attractions. And later, Amsterdam quarterback Will Fuhrer found himself in an obstacle course of his own. But like the little boy at the pre-game party, Fuhrer was successful in the course. And both our pre-game hero and Admirals quarterback Will Fuhrer found success on this day. A good crowd on opening day, almost 10,000, a significant increase from last season as Amsterdam opened with a 17-7 win over the Rhine Fire. In Scotland, fans put on their war paint as the Braveheart theme carried throughout Murrayfield. And the Scottish victim on the field was Barcelona quarterback Kelly Holcomb. Like the other two cities, it was a day for the home team. 13,000 on hand as the Scottish Claymores handed the Dragons their first defeat of the season. Week 2, a week for the home team, and the crowds continue to grow.
A friend of mine told me, try America Online. I said, why? I've got a computer. He said, try it. You'll see. It's easy. I called, they sent me a free America Online startup kit and gave me 15 free hours to look around. I'll admit I was nervous, but it's all point and click. I can do that. It's simple. Every time you sign on, welcome. It tells you if you've got mail. You've got mail. Want to send some email? Type the message. Click here, and it's done. I like this. With one click, I can browse all kinds of great features on America Online. Surflink, Murder Mystery Online, Compton's Living Encyclopedia, whatever grabs my attention. I've gotten help with my golf swing, I've planned my next vacation, even bought flowers for my mother. Online. I love magazines, but I can't subscribe to them all. Or can I? America Online has over 100 newspapers and magazines, everything from Business Week Online to Weekly World News, Atlantic Monthly to Cycle World. And I can browse them all. Keeping track of investments used to be tricky for me, but with America Online, it's a breeze. I pick a stock here, add it to my portfolio. I even get stock price updates every 15 minutes. Okay, I'll admit it. Sometimes my kids stump me with homework questions, but here's the answer. We use the teacher pager. It has teachers online to answer questions. Let me tell you, it comes in handy late Sunday nights. With America Online, you can point and click your way across the internet. And their web browser makes it easy to explore the World Wide Web. I'm always amazed by how many new features keep getting added. Just look. Of course, there's only one way to really experience it. Firsthand, on your own, up close and personal. Call the toll-free number and you'll receive your free startup kit and 15 free hours to look around. It's worth a try. You'll see.
To try America Online free, call 1-800-775-4949. You'll receive your free America Online Startup Kit and now 15 hours free your first month. There's no obligation. Cancel anytime. Call now.
Welcome back to Murray Field. Al Luginbill is in his 27th season of coaching football, and he's forming winning habits in his second here with the Amsterdam Admirals.
You know, I believe football can be overcomplicated, and so we try to make it simple, and then we really dwell on the small things. Special teams are very important to us, and how we set up the winning aspects of football. And I believe in field position. I think that if you play good defense and you have good special teams, and your offensive team needs to be balanced, but more than that, it needs not to turn over the football.
Last season, Luginbill led the Admirals to the World Bowl. With a strong start this season, he hopes the Admirals have set a course for a repeat performance.
I would like the opportunity to get there again, and it's going to be much more difficult this time. There's no question in my mind that there's some teams in this league that are vastly improved, and it's going to be interesting to watch the hunt this time. We're not going to sneak up on anybody. We know that. I really like the city. Really like the city. I like the people there. They're great. They've been unbelievable hosts to us. Our players fit in. There really wasn't a lot of negative about the social environment there. It was fantastic. So I really see nothing but upside there. We do a good job. It's our responsibility to put a good product on the field. If we don't put a good product on the field, they're not going to come. We're not trying to replace soccer. We're just trying to create another venue. I think getting into the new stadium the following year in '97 will be a plus. I see nothing but positives in Amsterdam. Is it going to happen overnight? No. But over the long haul, I've said this many times, we have patience. We're going to have a very successful, solid franchise in that city.
And now AT&T presents the Play of the Week. The Amsterdam Admirals travel to Dusseldorf to take on the Rheinfire in their home opener at Olympic Stadium. In a defensive battle, the Admirals clung to a 10-7 lead late in the fourth quarter, mostly due to the scrambling of quarterback Will Fuhrer. With under 2 minutes left in the game, Fuhrer again scrambled, hitting wide receiver Philip Bobo for the touchdown. The score helped extinguish any hopes the Rheinfire had of a comeback. AT&T salutes Will Fuhrer and his Play of the Week.
I'm Jackie Joyner Kersey, and I have asthma, but it hasn't kept me from setting 4 world records because I control my asthma every day. And even if you think you have your asthma under control, you should call the Asthma Control Program from Glaxo Wellcome. They'll send you a free kit full of the latest information to help you understand and manage your asthma better. You'll get lots of useful tools, including a 4-step program that can help you prevent attacks before they occur. And best of all, you'll receive updated information as soon as it's available.
Many asthma patients, including you, can become symptom-free if you follow the daily treatment plan your doctor prescribes. And the Asthma Control Program from Glaxo Wellcome can help. So call 1-800-732-3385 right now.
The sooner you get with the program and stick with the program, the sooner you can take control of your asthma. I don't let asthma control my life, and you don't have to let it control yours either.
Mayo, sandwich?
No, wood stain on coffee table.
Learn the secrets of home repair on Fix It, premiering tomorrow only on FX.
Are you a parent? I'm talking to the parents. And when you talk to parents, you gotta spell things out. If you haven't taken your kids to Disney World, you should call 1-800-401-9474 and get a free Walt Disney World vacation planning video. My mom called last year, but she said, don't get your hopes up, it's only a phone call. Because my dad thought Disney World would cost too much money. But it didn't. And my mom thought it would be hard to plan, but it was easy. Because we called for the video, so we knew what to do. It showed us all the cool rides. Where to have breakfast with Mickey Mouse, how to get into the parks an hour early, and how to stay at a Disney resort for $69 a night. First timers got to know this stuff. But you gotta call right away, because what if they run out? And everybody in the universe gets a free video but you. All parents gotta do is pick up the phone.
Call 1-800-401-9474 now for your free Disney World vacation video and make the dream come true.
Your kids will be very happy.
We're back at Murray Field in Edinburgh, where we're about to start the third quarter play. The Claymores with a 14-7 lead over the Amsterdam Admirals. Let's take a look at some of the big plays of the first half. First, Amsterdam on defense, Bill.
Well, here you're going to see Bobby Hamilton get a tip on the ball. Actually, it's Jim Hanna. He's going to get his hands up, tip the ball right there, right into the hands of Rico Mack. Rico Mack does a smart thing on an interception. He hits for the near sidelines, and the sidelines is open. Takes it all the way down for 6 points, which was a big turnaround for them. I mean, they were getting beat up by their offense, really, by the Claymore's offense, and they needed that, and that's really helped them through it. Then we come back and we look at the Scottish Claymore's right, number 23. Watch him pick up the blitz right here. That's Ron Dickerson. He makes a clear shot view for Scott Cooper. You see him waving there. Scott's first touchdown, the national from Scotland. And early on in the game, I talked about whoever's going to win the ground game should win the game. And right now, that's holding true to form. And you see Sharon Stacy has 106 yards to Cobb's 2 yards. And that's also reflective in the scoreboard as the Claymores are up 14-7. I'm very surprised, Eric, that Amsterdam didn't do a better job of running the ball. I mean, you come into this game, you look at the weight difference on the lines. Amsterdam, all those big guys and the lightweights up front for the Scottish Claymores. And you thought that they were just going to pound the ball and do a great job of it, but they couldn't get anything going.
I got to feel like Coach Luganville might not go totally away from it just yet. We still have a half of football to go, and I think he might have to try to establish that running game at least one more time before we're done. You agree?
You can't abandon the running game, although they should with only 2 yards on the ground, but they can't abandon it. In order to make the rest of the things work downfield, they have to have some sort of running game. I'm anxious to see what Ray Wilsey is going to do with the Claymore's defense. He's kept them tough all along here. I mean, the #1 run defense in the World League, and they've done a great job today shutting everything down. Now I want to see what adjustments he's going to make to what Amsterdam's going to do in stretching the field, getting their receivers downfield.
Gavin Hastings approaches the kickoff. This one's high and short to the far side of the field as Bryant takes it at his 22. Tries to spin away from some tackles. He gets up close to the 25-yard line. So the high short kick effective for Gavin Hastings. Take a look at the first half stats. Total offense almost even, but look at the rushing yards.
That says it right there, 109 yards in the first half. As a defensive goal, you try to keep a team under 100 yards rushing for the entire game. They've already given that up in the first half.
Will Fuhr leading his offensive unit out in the first possession here in the second half. 1st and 10 from their 25. The give goes to Trevor Cobb. Squirts out across the 25 to the 27. George Coghill brought him down. Fuhr, the league's leading quarterback in terms of rating and yardage coming into the day. 12 of 15 in the first half, 110 yards, but no touchdowns.
And it's holding true to what we've seen with Amsterdam. They have the #1 rated offense, but their record is 1-1 because they can't put the ball in the end zone. And you see there, he has 0 TDs thus far.
2nd and 8, Fuhr, play fake. Goes to the near side. David Jones appeared to have it in his hands for a second, but it was knocked loose out there by George Coghill and David Wilson.
Well, you're right. They came out and they started the run. And then they came right back on the second down and tried to play action. They faked the handoff there. He goes up top. David Hill is open. It hits his knee and his hand at the same time. His knee was up in the air as the ball came in there and bounced out.
That'll set up a 3rd and long situation for Will Fuhr. 3rd and 8. 2 receivers split out to the far side. And Fuhr looking for Arnold Gallislote, one of the national players, backup tight end, threw that one a little low, and Gallislote could not come up with it, so Amsterdam will be forced to punt.
And Will Fuhr was looking down at the ground as he walked off the field there. He knew that was his fault right there. He underthrew the receiver. And I think when you look at things like underthrowing the receiver or overthrowing him, you have to look at techniques. He must not have been sound in his setup.
Adam Vinatieri on a fake, and look, they have faked out everyone, and Kelly Sims has the football. He's got to beat Lee Gissendaner to the goal line, and does. Touchdown. What a play. Everybody in the stadium faked out by that one. And Amsterdam back into it with another big play. And here goes the celebration. Wow.
Good cover. I guess that's one of the reasons Al Luganville was so excited last night about this game. We've had 2 special teams attempts, at one at a field goal, one at a punt, and 2 fakes. That one went for a touchdown. And you know who did a great job of selling it? The punter, Vinatieri. He leaped up in the air as if the ball was snapped over his head, so the rush would come at him more and not go back downfield.
Before anybody knew what was happening, Sims was crossing midfield all alone. And Verdecker gets the extra point good, and now we're tied.
Watch the direct snap to number 46 at the right of your screen. The ball's going to be snapped right to him. Now Vinatieri, number 5, fakes it. See him jump up there? And the defenders are rushing upfield. And look, by that time, he's already 20 yards downfield. Kelly Sims leads Lee Gissendaner to the right, left, and back outside. Lee Gissendaner can't stay with him. Excellent running job on Kelly Sims. They ought to line him up at tailback. Maybe it'll help out some of the rushing yards for Amsterdam.
Kelly Sims, a converted safety, playing the corner spot so far. And he goes back and forth in the defense that Al Luganville started with today. He and Yo Murphy of the Claymores both have histories dating back to the BC Lions in Canadian football, and they were talking plenty of trash to each other before this game started. Now he's got something to tell Yo about, doesn't he?
There he is right there. He's awful excited. He's going to have to go out there, line up on defense again right now on the kickoff. You know, Al Luganville is coaching his butt off, Eric. He came into this game, he wanted to run the ball. He tried to run, he couldn't get things done. His defense was getting pushed around. He made some adjustments on defense. He's trying to find a way. He goes to the passing game on offense. And then on special teams, he's over there trying to come up with some plays, some trick plays, gadget plays to get them back in a ball game, and they are.
Vinatieri kicking to Marcus Thomas, center of the screen and deep to receive this one. High kick, gonna come down to Thomas at his 10. Thomas gets some good return yardage out across the 20 to the 23. Jay Phillips brought him down, and Scotland will take over. And I think everybody at this stadium is still shocked over that touchdown. Steve Matthews gonna lead his offense. His first half numbers, 8 of 15, 51 yards, 1 TD, and the big interception to Rico Mack.
Well, not very many yards for Steve Matthews, 51, but that's because they're running the football, don't forget.
Saron Stacy comes in motion to the near side, and the mix-up in the backfield. And Keahelu looked like he lost control of the football and fumbled it. Key turnover, but wait a minute, let's get the official ruling. Now we get it. Amsterdam football, so another key turnover for the Scottish Claymores.
Well, that play was messed up from the very beginning. It looked like Steve Matthews turned the wrong way to give the handoff to Jared Keahelu. There it is right there. Or Keahelu looked like he went the wrong way. He finally gets the handoff, and then as he's getting tackled, it gets stripped. You're going to take a look at it right there. Yes, that's Jared Keahelu's fault. He went the wrong way. Steve Matthews turned to the open up to the right hole.
Now Bino Bryant back in the game for Amsterdam, tries to take it off the left side, doesn't get much. Troy Ridgely was there to bring him down. Maybe a yard pickup on the play.
What? A lot of turnovers in this game, a lot of turnovers around the league. And I'll have to tell you, turnovers will kill you. You can have the greatest offensive day ever. If you turn the ball over 4 or 5 times, chances are you're not going to win.
2nd and 8. Bryant again takes it off the left side. Gets it out across the 35 to the 32-yard line before Shannon Jones and Mark Sander brought him down.
Well, for the Amsterdam Admirals, you know, this game right now is going exactly the way they want. They haven't done much on offense. Or defense. We got to cover. They stayed in the game through special teams. And now the momentum is changing.
On 3rd and 5, Fuhr Oh, that one's deflected and almost intercepted. He was looking for Philip Bobo across the middle. Frank Robinson and James Williams, good coverage. So Al Luganbill, it appears, is not going to go for what would be a very long field goal attempt of close to 50 yards. Vinatieri is in to punt it. Trying to angle for the near sideline. And are they ruling that the ball was actually knocked back into the field of play? Well, we'll see. They're spotting it at the 1. So Scotland in some trouble field position-wise when we come back.
Experience the excitement of your favorite Olympic events. Now in commemorative cans of Bud, Bud Light, and Bud Ice. Better yet, if you get one of these special gold cans, you could see the games live in Atlanta. Look for Grab the Gold details wherever you see Bud Family Olympic packages. Just another part of the Bud World Party.
These guys are persistent.
Well, they're no match for the world's first sport utility wagon.
Oh, really?
All-wheel drive Subaru Outback's got more headroom than a Cherokee.
Uh-huh.
The ground clearance of an Explorer.
So you said.
Ride smooth as any car.
Got any more of those tidbits?
What, like more stability in a turn than a Chevy Blazer?
Sure, that'll do.
That's why Subaru Outback. World's first sport utility wagon.
Looking for something?
Yeah, that dime from Sprint's long-distance plan.
Having trouble finding it, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the dark.
Well, that's because depending on when you call, the Sprint Sense rate isn't always a dime. In fact, it could be a quarter.
That puts a whole new light on things.
And on average, most people can save more with AT&T True Reach Savings than with Sprint Sense when they spend just $25 a month. So, what do you think?
I think I found what I'm looking for.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
How can I be a worthy mother when all I want is my children's cereal?
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes just for kids? Brave adults say no.
My wife said she'd do anything to help. I told her to get me a spoon.
Now more than ever, these adults are stepping forward to admit they love that sweet, delicious crunch.
My passion finally led to a marriage of convenience. He's a milkman.
Come on, give in. Frosted Flakes have the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
For drama and romance, Picket Fences really hits the mark.
Officer down!
Picket Fences on FX.
Back to Murray Field. We're on first down. The Claymores ran Saran Stacy for a pickup of about 1.5 yards, but they got some great help Amsterdam did from special teams.
Take a look at this punt right here. It comes down, it lands, and Torrey Hunter right here is smart enough to know where the ball is. He kicks the ball back in bounds, and they down it right at the half-yard line. That puts a team in a hole quick.
On second down, Steve Matthews going deep. But Sean LaChapelle was double covered on that play, so he threw it long and threw it away.
We're going to take a look here from the end zone. Steve Matthews sets up and he sees his man downfield, and he has a nice arm. With just a flick of the wrist, he can get the ball down there.
Jim Kreiner.
The way we ran, the way we were
concerned
running the football, we should have stayed with the damn run.
On his face, and now Matthews pulls away from center a little bit early. Flags all over the place.
Well, things are starting to get sloppy now, and they have since the half. Scotland has come out and offensively really hasn't done a thing. They've turned the ball over. They've had miscommunication.
Number 78, offense. Half the distance to the goal.
Now they're throwing penalties on top of it. They've lost sync of what they're trying to do. And you heard Jim Kreiner's voice just a little bit ago say, we shouldn't have gone away from the run. We shouldn't have gone away from the run. So I expect to see them try to get their offensive groove back.
And so far, that running game has been Saran Stacy with 109 yards and a touchdown in the first half, but this is a tough spot. Third down, backed against your own goal line. 3rd and 10 to go for the Claymores. And what an effort by Jared Halo. Halo with the reception and a first down, and boy, did Scotland need it that time.
That was a real nice job by Jared Halo. I'll tell you, he finds his cushion. He gets to it, makes the catch underneath, and turns upfield, avoids a block, good balance, and finds where the first down marker's at. That was critical. Maybe something like that can get a little spark back into this offense and see if it can pick up where it left off early in the first quarter.
And give there to Saran Stacy. Looked like he had a hole, but it closed quickly thanks to Rico Mack. Also helping out on the play was Bobby Hamilton.
Rico Mack, we talked to him yesterday. He goes through a transformation period about 2 hours before game time. And he says he just gets so involved and he psychs himself out. And all he's thinking about is hitting somebody. I mean, he was getting pumped up while we were sitting there talking to him.
He's got to be pumped up about his 90-yard interception return to end the first quarter. We're tied at 14, 2nd down and 10. A lot of movement in the interior line, more flags down.
Well, these are the types of things that no coach likes to see. You have a tie ball game, and you're trying to schematically put your offense and defense together.
Offsides, defense, number 75, 5-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
Now, when you have these penalties like this, it really leaves you in limbo. Watch Steve Matthews bob his head on the hard count, and it draws Gary Howe offsides. You're going to see him right here. His head's going to come down right there, the big hut, and there's Gary Howe in the backfield. They always tell you, move on motion, not on sound.
2nd and 5, and Matthews has LaChapelle open over the middle, and LaChapelle out across the 40 to the 42-yard line before Keith Franklin brought him down. Yep.
One of the things that they talk about Sean LaChapelle is that he can get open. You're going to see him right here. He comes in behind the corner, finds an opening there, sits down, and then waits for the quarterback to find him. As soon as he finds him, he makes the catch and turns upfield.
Spotted just over the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Claymores. Matthews comes near side, LaChapelle again, and LaChapelle gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, it was only a matter of time before they started getting the ball to Sean LaChapelle. You know, we talked to Steve Matthews and said, we've got to get the ball to number 88. He can make things happen for us. And he's a guy that would make a great 3rd down receiver in the NFL because he's a possession-type receiver. He can come into the cornerback, make his adjustments, and come off him very quick.
A pitch to Saran Stacy, who has a little bit of room to the far side, and Stacy picks up another couple of yards before Mack and Keith Franklin bring him down. That'll leave the Claymores about 1.5 yards, maybe a yard short of a first down.
Watch number 31 through the end zone here, and his lead block leading the way. Nice block on number 27, Robert O'Neill right there, and opens up the hole for Saran Stacy.
3rd down and just under 1 yard to go. And Stacy on the pitch, lots of room, gets the first down, well into Amsterdam territory at the 45-yard line before Kelly Sims brought him down. So the Claymores have another first down to their credit.
Well, if it works once, they're going to come back to it, and that's about the 3rd or 4th time I've seen that play. We've seen the fullback take out the nickel backer, Robert O'Neill. We've seen it happen 3 or 4 times now. He's an undersized guy they have up there playing linebacker. Let's go test him. And that's exactly what they've been doing.
Stacy, a big day. He had one in the first quarter with over 100 yards, and now Matthews throwing over the middle, but high and almost intercepted. He was looking down the middle for his tight end, Willie Tate.
We'll go take a look here and see what Steve Matthews is seeing. He sets up in the pocket, has nice time, a nice setup, just seems to overthrow Willie Tate. Now, what he might have seen Jay Phillips coming into the picture then, and didn't want to risk that interception, which he's having problems with now.
On 2nd and 10, Matthews comes near side to Saran Stacy, and Stacy tries to dance his way free, gets inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Gary Howe brought him down.
You see Steve Matthews, and he'll go deep one time, and then he comes right back. And when he comes back, he's looking for the confidence builder, and that's to the flat or a little hook to the out. I mean, he's going to just dump the ball out there to a back or a tight end crossing pattern, something small gain to get his confidence back up.
Good gain on that play of 6 yards, setting up a 3rd and 4 at the 39. And he finds Willie Tate on the far side of the field, and Tate gets across, stretches out, gets past the pylon of the first down, or the marker, I should say. First down for Scotland. And they get a fresh set, and in good shape down at the 32-yard line of Amsterdam.
Well, right now, what you're seeing is the West Coast offense. Steve Matthews is hitting his backs, he's hitting his tight ends, he's hitting his wide receivers. And in the West Coast offense, that's what you utilize. You utilize all 5 of your specialty people.
1st and 10, I formation. And the pitch to Saran Stacy, tries to cut it back, still on his feet. And finally, a host of people along Keith Franklin there and Kelly Sims bring him down after a pickup of maybe 3 on the play. You see it here, the Claymores coming into the day with a 78-yard per game average, already have 123 in Saran Stacy with most of those. Second and 9, Lee Gissendaner comes underneath. Has some room. Gissendaner fumbled the football. Kelly Sims has recovered for Amsterdam. Another key turnover for the Scottish Claymores.
Well, you're going to see the way this play sets up. It sets up really nice. Lee Gissendaner is over to the right side of your screen. Here's the offensive lineman releasing downfield. He comes underneath them. Steve Matthews gets in the ball, and Lee Gissendaner turns it upfield. But right there, as he's fighting his way through traffic, the ball gets stripped out of his possession. And like we talked about before, you can put up a bunch of yards. But if you're going to turn the ball over, there's a good chance it's going to reach up and get you.
Steve Matthews actually had to trot all the way down to the opposite end of the field to contain the frustration. After that turnover, Amsterdam takes over on its own 3-yard line. We're still tied at 14.
This Friday. What's up with that outfit? You Alibaba Jackson? Pound for pound.
Oh, I'm in shape. I'm round.
Only one movie has all the comedy you can bet on.
$2 on the clean-cut Playboy.
The Great White Hype, rated R, at theaters Friday.
Hey, is that thing on in there? All right. You ready for some real action?
The World League of American Football. There's nothing else like it. Now, official World League products are available in the U.S. only through this exclusive offer. Call 1-800-635-4438 to own the colors of the London Monarchs, Scottish Claymores, Amsterdam Admirals, Frankfurt Galaxy, Rhine Fire, and the Barcelona Dragons. Replica jerseys in official team colors only $39.99. T-shirts only $14.99. World League football $69.99. And assorted team hats only $14.99. Remember, all teams are available. So call 1-800-635-4438. This is your only opportunity to buy official World League products. Don't miss it. Call now with your credit card order or write to the address on your screen. Refer to source number 001747 on all orders.
The sun's up at Bay Hill, and what a lovely day for a drive. But don't forget to keep your head down, because Bay Hill is Arnold Palmer's place, and the rough edges are there by design. So who helps the business end of this legendary club run smoothly? Office Depot.
Taking care of business.
Office Depot guarantees low prices and 100% satisfaction. Because when you're responsible for the big picture, even small details are important.
taking care of business.
Baby Ruth, who can resist all that rich nougat and caramel? And all those crunchy roasted peanuts. Just what you need to get going.
Showtime!
Baby Ruth from Nestle. This baby gets you going.
Putting on outside.
Tied at 14, Amsterdam and Scotland. Claymore is trying to get the offensive end of the football together. Coach Jim Kreiner discussing things with his offensive unit. A key turnover on the fumble by Lee Gissendaner. We're tied at 14 here at Murray Field in Edinburgh. 1st and 10 for Amsterdam. A give there, and the Scottish Claymores rise to the occasion on defense. They give to Trevor Cobb. Several Claymores there on the defensive end.
Boy, this was a nice job by George Coghill, the big hitter. Watch him fill the hole right there. You see him step up along with Mark Sanders. The defensive linemen occupy the offensive line. When the hole opens up, you should have 2 free hitters flowing to the ball, and you had it right there.
2nd down and 8 for Amsterdam on its own 5. Play fake. Pure looking deep down the middle and caught and dropped. It appeared Derek Hill was open for a second, appeared to have it in his hands.
Well, Amsterdam, this is the 2nd or 3rd time they've opened their offensive series with this. Start with the run, then come right back with a play action. And there Fuhrer is taking it up top. He has an open man. It's a very catchable ball. Should have been caught, in my opinion.
Derek Hill came into this game with 12 catches on the season. 3rd down and 8 from the Amsterdam 5. Fuhrer back at his own end zone, comes near side, and Hill holds on to that one, and that's enough for a 1st down as Frank Robinson brings him down. But Amsterdam gets a fresh set.
There was no fooling anybody on that play. They didn't even try to fake the run. It was 3rd and very long, Eric. They just sit back there. He had some nice protection up front. Derek Hill found an opening. He's got Frank. Robinson turned around out there. They will buy him a 1st down. Let's see what he can do with it from here.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Trevor Cobb going off the far side. Not much as a host of blue shirts fill the hole.
There they are again. There's the guys filling the hole again that we just talked about. Mark Sanders, he says he loves when they run the ball because I get to hit somebody. And there he is right there laying a nice stick on Trevor Cobb. That's a formed tackle. And you know, Ray Wilsey's done a great job of bringing this team together. Ray Wilsey's like 20-5 as a defensive coordinator in this league, and he was with Frankfurt. And we asked him, who's your favorite guy on the defensive side? He says, the last guy that made the hit.
His favorite has to be Sander on that play. 2nd down and 8. Fuhrer over the middle. That one's incomplete. He was looking for Philip Bobo, who was well covered.
Philip Bobo takes his man downfield. Will Fuhrer finds him just out of his reach. And I'll tell you what, James Fuller did a nice job of sticking with him as he came across the field. Now, you have to stay with a guy like Philip Bobo, whether you're taking upfield, across the field. He's a fast receiver. He's one of the L.A. Raiders, and you know what their wide receivers are, nothing but speed.
Bobo says he runs a 4.4 40, but he's probably the slowest Raider receiver. Fuhrer eluding the blitz. That one deflected as he tried to throw it away.
Herman Carroll.
And Herman Carroll, all 6'3", 267 pounds of him, batted it down.
Well, I'll tell you, he's very lucky. Herman Carroll made a great play right there. Will Fuhrer sees the blitz coming by George Coghill. So the blitz is coming. You know you have man-to-man. And he has an open man downfield in Derek Hill. Herman Carroll jumps up right there and stops what could have been a big pickup for the Amsterdam Admirals. Forces them now to punt.
Adam Vinatieri, back right at his goal line, will be punting deep to Lee Gissendaner, who gets this one at the 50. And Gissendaner looked like he might have had some room, but I think he ran into his own guy.
Sure looked like that.
And Scotland has the ball in very good field position. When we come back, they'll take over on offense.
Jackie Joyner Kersey, and I have asthma, but it hasn't kept me from setting 4 world records because I control my asthma every day. And even if you think you have your asthma under control, you should call the Asthma Control Program from Glaxo Wellcome. They'll send you a free kit full of the latest information to help you understand and manage your asthma better. You'll get lots of useful tools, including a 4-step program that can help you prevent attacks before they occur. And best of all, you'll receive updated information as soon as it's available.
Many asthma patients, including you, can become symptom-free if you follow the daily treatment plan your doctor prescribes. And the Asthma Control Program from Glaxo Wellcome can help. So call 1-800-732-3385 right now.
The sooner you get with the program and stick with the program, the sooner you can take control of your asthma. I don't let asthma control my life, and you don't have to let it control yours either.
On the Super Collectors, tomorrow's never just another day.
This is Scarlett's room.
Ordinary people, extraordinary collections. Today, only on FX.
A friend of mine said I should try America Online. So I did. I've gotten help with my golf swing, planned my next vacation. I even get stock price updates every 15 minutes. America Online puts over 100 newspapers and magazines right on my screen. I've got worldwide email, point-and-click internet access, and a great web browser. Plus, new features keep getting added. Call the toll-free number and you'll receive your free startup kit and 15 free hours to look around. It's worth a try. You'll see.
Tonight on Lost and Found, a teacher pays back a debt of gratitude.
I can't believe that we actually did save his job.
They showed a lot of love for me. Hooking up the planet one reunion at a time. Lost and Found, tonight, only on FX.
Let FX show you. If it can break, you can fix it.
Join host Jeff Probst and fix-it expert Kat Ryman.
It's FX's handy guide to home repair and improvement for do-it-yourselfers.
Fix It premieres tomorrow at 3:30, 2:30 Central.
Only on FX.
Tied at 14. Scotland probably feels it should have more, but a host of key turnovers have kept them off the board here in the second half so far, late in the third quarter. Steve Matthews and his team in great shape right now at the Amsterdam 39-yard line. And we'll have another infraction here. Question here is, did Matthews get him with the head bob again, or?
He sure did. It wasn't a head bob. He got just blatantly jumped offside.
Encroachment, number 93 defense. It's a 5-yard penalty.
Jim Hanna.
First down.
Jim Hanna jumping into the neutral zone there. Let's take a look here and see if Steve Matthews is using his head bob, and just got him on tone inflection there, it looked like. Just barked out a signal and got the guy jumping.
1st and 5, and the give to Saran Stacy, and Stacy trying to find some room on the outside, but Jay Phillips says no way. That'll be a loss of at least 4 on the play.
There's something they see over there on the right side of their offensive line. They're creating some sort of matchup, and I think it's because the Sam backer, number 27, Robert O'Neill, is supposed normally plays safety, and he's up there playing the Sam backer position. But they're trying to take advantage of that right side.
So Stacy lost 5 on that play to create 2nd and 10 as we get late in the first or in the third quarter. Matthews comes near side and has a completion. Sean LaChapelle on the catch for a first down to the 28-yard line of Amsterdam. And that appears to be the last play of the third quarter.
Watch Sean LaChapelle come into your screen right at you. Steve Matthews finds his man, throws it. He's covered by Torrey Hunter, and there's a big height difference there. Torrey Hunter's 5'9", Sean LaChapelle 6'4". Obvious results right there.
Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
You know, I'd still be using Tylenol for my headaches if it wasn't for my doctor. He told me about Arudis KT.
82% of doctors surveyed have prescribed Arudis, and now it's available in a non-prescription strength. New Arudis KT. So potent, just 25 milligrams is as effective as 1,000 milligrams of extra-strength Tylenol.
Just 25 milligrams of Arudis KT takes care of my tough headaches.
New Arudis KT, the potent medicine for pain.
Looking for something?
Yeah, that dime from Sprint's long-distance plan.
Having trouble finding it, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the dark.
Well, that's because depending on when you call, the Sprint Sense rate isn't always a dime. In fact, it could be a quarter.
That puts a whole new light on things.
And on average, most people can save more with AT&T True Read Savings than with Sprint Sense when they spend just $25 a month. So, what do you think?
I think I found what I'm looking for.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
This Mother's Day, FX invites you to get creative.
We want you to tell the world why your mom is the coolest, caringest, #1 mama out there.
So pen a poem.
Prune a tune.
Snap a shot. Paint a picture.
Shoot a video.
It's the perfect gift. An FX TV tribute to your mom.
We'll unveil your mom masterpieces on Mother's Day.
Just watch FX all this week. And we'll tell you exactly what you need to do to participate.
FX Mother's Day, creatively yours, brought to you by Sara Lee. Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
Today's game has been brought to you by Budweiser, official sponsor of the 1996 Olympic Games. This Bud's for you. And by Arudis KT, the potent medicine for pain. And by AT&T, official sponsor of the 1996 U.S. Olympic team.
Back to Murray Field, Edinburgh. Herman Carroll and a couple of his defensive mates, John DeWitt, Webb, David Webb, cheering on the offense. Ball at the 28-yard line of Amsterdam as we begin the fourth quarter. And they give to Saran Stacy. Some room off the near side. Stacy still struggling for yardage down to close to 20-yard line. Kelly Sims on the stop there.
Saran Stacy's really come into his own today. And I think it's a result of finally the offensive line is clicking. It takes time to get a running game going. I don't care at what level you're playing. You have 5 guys up front that have to get all their timing down. And for the Scottish Claymores, it's really coming together for them today.
2nd and 2 after the pickup of 8 by Stacy, and he gets another chance. Stacy going through the middle this time will be very close to first down yardage. We'll see where they spot it. They give him the first down.
Let's take a look at 79, Big Purvis Hunt. He gets his down block on the guy, and then he comes off and gets a piece of the linebacker also. I mean, that's movement up front. You have the double team with the center, you get a little push on him, then you come off into the linebacker. That's creating some push downfield for Saran Stacy.
Hunt allocated by the Oilers, and Matthews passing toward the goal line as he went to the far side, but it's incomplete. Jay Phillips on the coverage as he tried to hit Saran Stacy out of the backfield.
Well, when you're able to run the ball as effectively as they have, it really helps out in the pass protection aspect. It's a pass now. And look at the guys. They've got them stalemated at the line of scrimmage, and they got to form a nice pocket. Steve Matthews stands in there virtually untouched, no pressure, nobody around him. And when you do that, you usually have some good technique and you have some good throws. He was just out of reach for Saran Stacy that time.
3 receivers split out now, and Ron Dickerson on the draw play. Plenty of room up the middle, and Dickerson getting up close to the first down inside the 10-yard line of Amsterdam.
That's what you call a draw. You have 2nd and 10. Most teams are going to throw the ball, and here comes the Amsterdam Admirals blowing up field. Look, there's no linebacker in the middle. It's open. The safety had to come all the way up out off the end zone to try to make the tackle.
Ron Dickerson picking up good yardage on that play. Call it 8. 2nd and 2, or excuse me, 3rd and 3. And the fake went to Marcus Thomas. And Steve Matthews kept it himself and rolls it into the end zone.
Are fired up here in Scotland today, Eric. The one one of the things that really impressed me on that drive was the play selection. And it has, for the Scottish Claymores, the last 2 possessions they've had the ball. They've really mixed it up well. That time you saw 2 run plays, a play action, and then he comes out of the naked bootleg, takes it all the way in for the end zone.
Gavin Hastings will convert after the high snap. Terry Card put it down beautifully for him, and Hastings puts it through. So after the Matthews touchdown, the Claymores with a 7-point lead. They'll kick it to Amsterdam when we come back.
I'm Jackie Joyner Kersey, and I have asthma, but it hasn't kept me from setting 4 world records because I control my asthma every day. And even if you think you have your asthma under control, you should call the Asthma Control Program from Glaxo Wellcome. They'll send you a free kit full of the latest information to help you understand and manage your asthma better. You'll get lots of useful tools, including a 4-step program that can help you prevent attacks before they occur. And best of all, you'll receive updated information as soon as it's available.
Many asthma patients, including you, can become symptom-free if you follow the daily treatment plan your doctor prescribes. And the Asthma Control Program from Glaxo Wellcome can help. So call 1-800-732-3385 right now.
The sooner you get with the program and stick with the program, the sooner you can take control of your asthma. I don't let asthma control my life, and you don't have to let it control yours either.
So why did you leave AT&T?
I fell for the gimmicks.
And
I'm disappointed.
I miss AT&T. AT&T misses you too. So we're making it easy to come back.
Anything that makes my life easier, I'm for it.
How does up to 100 free AT&T minutes sound?
I like free minutes.
We'll send you AT&T long-distance certificates good for up to 100 free minutes, just for switching back to AT&T.
100 free minutes, I'm there.
There's more. Only AT&T customers can get AT&T True Reach savings. Spend $25 a month and you save 25% to anyone, anytime, anywhere in the U.S. You're covered on every type of call on your AT&T phone bill.
What more could you ask for?
How about this? AT&T puts your savings in black and white.
What have I got to do to come back to you guys?
All you have to do is call 1-800-GET-TRUE, and you'll get up to 100 free AT&T minutes. So, what do you think?
I think we'll switch.
Good decision.
Thank you.
You know what to do.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
What you doing?
Stopped up.
Vinegar, baking soda.
Learn the secrets of home repair on Fix It, premiering tomorrow only on FX.
Scotland off the nice play fake by that man, Steve Matthews. It goes in on the naked bootleg to make it 21-14. Caps a 7-play, 39-yard drive in 3 minutes, 1 second. 10-yard run by Matthews. Excites this crowd here at Murray Field in Edinburgh. Hastings the kickoff. This one a bit deeper on the line drive to Bean O'Brien at his 8, and Bryant scoots forward, slides forward to close to the 25-yard line before Joe O'Brien brought him down.
Well, when you run to the right all day long, you're going to fake everybody out when you want to go out the back door. Everybody in the stadium thought number 40, Marcus Thomas, was running that play to the right like we talked about earlier. But Steve Matthews kept the ball and went out the back door all the way in for a touchdown. Nobody saw him. They're so interested in trying to stop that right side run, which they've been getting hammered with all day. Finally, the quarterback just held on to one.
Will Fuhr, the pitch to the near side. And Trevor Cobb picks up 3 to 4 yards on the play before being brought down by Troy Ridgely.
I'm anxious to see what we're going to see out of Amsterdam's offense. We haven't seen much out of them all day. It's been a defensive type offense.
Give again to Cobb, who tries to make some room off right guard. Didn't get much of it as they are fired up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. We come back next time. That drive, in terms of the mix like that, is exactly what we'll do.
Win it. Win or lose.
Yep. All right.
Hey, it's us, man.
Okay.
Well, Jim's talking to his offense right there, the whole unit, and he's saying, We can move the ball. We can move it effectively on the ground and on the air. And you heard the players say it's up to us.
Key third down play for Amsterdam. Fuhrer back to throw, and Philip Bobo had it in his hands and simply dropped it. He was wide open.
Sometimes you're so open, and you know that if you can turn this upfield and take it all the way downfield for a touchdown, that you turn and look downfield before you make the catch. And there's prime example of it right there. You have to, first things first, you have to take care of the ball, make the catch, pull it in, and turn upfield. Got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Adam Vinatieri back to punt, came in as the league's leader in punting average at 41.8 yards. This one's high and deep, coming down to Lee Gissendaner at his 27. Gissendaner avoiding some tackles, gets out close to the 40-yard line. Nice return before he's brought down by Keith Franklin. So Scotland in great shape to try to add to its 7-point lead when we come back.
Hi, I'm Emmett, and I'm a cowboy. This is my hat. These are my boots. These are my horses. This is where they graze. And this is my ranch. No matter whose brand is on the front gate. This is my territory. This is my zone. This is my planet.
Mayo sandwich?
No, wood stain on coffee table.
Learn the secrets of home repair on Fix It, premiering tomorrow only on FX. FX invites you to solve a mathematical word problem.
I'll try.
If 8 kids live in one house with 1 parent, 1 step-parent, 8 visiting in-laws, divided by 3 bathrooms, times 10 loads of dirty laundry, how long will it take for Tom Bradford to totally lose control?
45 seconds.
I quit! Watch 8 is Enough on FX today at 1 noon Central and solve all of life's tricky problems.
Me? Prom queen?
Well, maybe not all.
What's the best reason to watch the World League of American Football on FX?
You don't have to wait for fall.
It's hard-hitting action.
Me. Direct from the NFL and backed by the power of Fox Sports.
They are on their feet here at Wembley.
FX presents the World League of American Football every Saturday and Sunday on FX.
The world will never be the same.
And this is the scene hours before game time here at Murray Field in Edinburgh. The power party, they call it. And fans get together for some tailgating action, some bands on stage, and war paint on the face, and a lot of activity in the stands as well here at Murray Field. And right now the fans enjoying it. 7-point lead by the Claymores. The hometown heroes up top with the ball in great field position at their own 40-yard line. As we're into the 4th quarter, and Steve Matthews brings his team to the line of scrimmage. They give to Saran Stacy, who had a nice hole to roll through before he lost his footing. He picked up still about 5 yards on the play.
They went right back to that play we were talking about, the 27 power O. Watch Tom Barnt pull, and there's the lead block, and there's Saran Stacy. That's the play they've been running all day. That's the play they've been having success with. And that's also the fake 27 power O. They ran down the goal line. Steve Matthews tipped the ball.
2nd down and 6, or 2nd and 5, call it, for Matthews in the offense. He'll look to throw it and dumps it off, and boy, lucky that one wasn't intercepted, as the Amsterdam Admirals were all over it. Robert O'Neill up on the coverage. It looked like Cal Halo was the guy who was trying to hit out of the backfield, and nothing was there.
You see what they tried to come back to was, to Lee Gissendaner, was that little screen underneath, where the line releases downfield and Gissendaner comes underneath him. The little flip pass we saw earlier in the third quarter.
3rd and 6. Matthews back. Tries to elude the blitz, but he cannot. Down he goes. The first man streaking through there. You might have heard the screams of Rico Mack.
You're going to see it through the eyes of Steve Matthews right here. This is what he's looking at. He takes the snap, and watch right here. Here comes Rico Mack right up the gut. I'm sorry, that's Shannon Jones. But there's Rico Mack to clean it up. The dogs were coming. One came in the middle, one came off the end, but they both got there that time.
And they were hungry as they record the sack. Back on the punt, Paul McCallum gets it to Bean O'Brien, takes it at his 30, and Bryant comes to the near side, gets almost 10 yards on the return, up to the Amsterdam 40-yard line before James Fuller brought him down. So Amsterdam takes over, trailing by 7. Let's take a look ahead on the World League schedule. Ryan Fire will be hosting the Claymores, who hope to go in there undefeated next Saturday. And on Sunday, Frankfurt playing host to Amsterdam, the defending World Bowl champion Galaxy. Amsterdam will be looking for some revenge there, and London against Barcelona to round out next week's games. 1st and 10 for the Amsterdam Admirals. Fuhrer back to pass, looking deep to the far side, and he overthrows everybody. He's looking for Derek Hill, I believe, over there, and Hill was double covered.
He throws his arms up in the air, Will Fuhrer that is, and he's a little bit disgusted with himself. He wants to go downtown. He wants to try to make something happen. He sees Derek Hill open right here, but then just overthrows him. Overthrows him by about 10 yards. I'm not sure. It must have been a miscommunication because Derek Hill looks like he got lost.
Now Luganville drawing up some things for his defense while his offense tries to go to work on 2nd and 10. Fuhrer going over the middle. Philip Bobo hangs on to this one. Gets up close to the first down. A pickup of about 9 off that reception.
That was a nice catch by Philip Bobo in traffic. He came across the middle, and he had 2 men in the vicinity when he made that catch. That time, though, you notice what he did, Eric. He made sure he caught the ball first.
Bobo allocated by the Raiders out of Washington State. Came into the game with 15 receptions on the year. Big 3rd down and 2 at the 47. And going through the hole there is Bean O'Brien. Picks up good yardage down into Scotland territory at the 45-yard line. 1st down for Amsterdam.
Take a look at Bean O'Brien. He's going to get the handoff. And you see David Webb there a little off balance. He takes the ball. He's 5'8", and when he ducks his head at 5'8", that puts him about 5 foot. He just scampers right up the middle there in between all those big guys' legs.
Play fake. Fuhrer goes down the field and has his man, Diedrich Smith, on the reception for big yardage down inside the 25-yard line of Scotland.
We're on to what Amsterdam is doing. First the run, now they come right back with a play fake. They fake the run, they go up top, they finally get Diedrich Smith into the action. Now he was a big part of their offense last week, and I was wondering when he's going to get into the flow of things here.
Diedrich Smith, 7 catches in the victory last week against Rhine for 82 yards. Big catch there. Puts Amsterdam in good shape at the 24, and Fuhrer escapes somehow, tries to get it away. Is it a fumble or an incompletion? They are ruling it incomplete.
Yeah, his arm was moving forward at the time. That was a nice blitz you're going to see coming right up the middle. And they've been bringing him all day, and he finally gets here. That's number 34, George Coghill. See him lined up in the A-gap right there? Nobody picks him up. The back should have stepped up and picked him up right there. Trevor Cobb should have stepped up and picked up the blitz. Instead, the back was trying to flare out into a pass pattern. He dragged him down from behind and got a piece of his arm.
Even if it was a fumble, it appeared Big Don Willis fell on top of it for Amsterdam, but it's ruled an incompletion, setting up 2nd and 10 at the 24, and Fuhrer back to put it up again. Going end zone, it is intercepted. David Wilson one more time. Wilson trying to pick up some blockers. And he gets out across the 15-yard line to the 17. Big turnover this time for Amsterdam.
I'll tell you, back on that pass that I said that he overthrew the guy, and I thought Derek Hill might have stopped short. I'm now convinced by that throw that Will Fuhrer is just completely off right now. He's off his game, and I don't know why he's not getting, he's sitting back in the pocket nice. He throws that ball right to David Wilson. That's David Wilson, second pick today, third on the season. But the man wasn't even in the vicinity. His receiver was not even in the vicinity.
And David Wilson, 2 big interceptions today. Safety out of California. And 4th turnover for Amsterdam. 3 for Scotland. All seeming to play a big role in this one. Right now, Scotland up by 7. On their own 16-yard line, the pitch to Saran Stacy, who turns the corner. Keeps his feet at the 20. Stacy gets up to the 21 before Kelly Sims brings him down, along with Keith Franklin.
Yeah, me, you, and Seth.
There's a happy camper.
Sean LaChapelle is injured on that play. He's grabbing his knee. And one of the things through his career, the reason he's not on an NFL roster has been his injury problem. He's had a back before, he's had a knee, things have kept him out. Sure hope this isn't anything serious, because this guy really wants to get back into the NFL.
LaChapelle being helped to his feet. He'll try to get off under his own power. But no, he'll need the help. A couple of assistants. That'll be a big loss if he cannot return to the game.
See if we can see it here in the replay where he gets nicked. But it happens without contact. It happens without contact. You see him at the top left of your screen. He's jumping up and down, hopping, actually. Looks like he turned an ankle. He's hopping on one foot, had the other leg up in the air. And
I know Jim Kleiner hopes that is all it is.
That'll be a detrimental loss for them for the rest of their season, because he's played such a big part in their opening 3 games. And yeah, they are taking the laces off, and that means it's an ankle. They're gonna start taking the tape off the sock, see what it looks like. But he must have coming off the line of scrimmage, getting into his blocking assignment, and twisted it somewhere along the line.
Rip it off. It feels okay.
You might have heard him say, rip it off, meaning the shoe, that the ankle feels okay. Saran Stacy has an okay-looking hole as he gets forward for some good yardage.
Well, I knew the guy was tough. I don't think he was saying rip the foot off. Rip the foot off, tape it up, I'm going back in.
Give me a bionic foot, maybe. He's been the bionic man so far for them, because he came into the game leading the league in yardage, receiving yardage with 221 and 18.4 yards per catch average. And he doesn't look too upset there, so it must not be one of the more serious ankle injuries you'll find. So that probably in itself is good news. On 3rd down and 1 for the Scottish Claymores. Scott Cooper in motion to the near side. The pitch goes the other way to Stacy. And Stacy dives up for the marker. Let's see where they spot it, see if they give him the first down. Keith Franklin was there for the stop. Saran tells him, move the chains. I got the first down, but we're going to maybe get a measurement anyway. Here come the chains for the official measurement. Got it by about the length of a football. First down for the Scottish Claymores. And now, Bill, you get to the point in the game where if you're Amsterdam, you're not only playing against the Claymores, you're playing against the clock as we get down close to 5 minutes.
Well, I think now is when you're going to see Scottish Claymores, what they've been doing all along, it's finally now going to pay off. If they can control the ball as they have on the ground and chew up the clock, they're going to win this football game.
Ron Dickerson is the lone back behind Steve Matthews. 3 receivers for the Claymores as Matthews looks to throw, goes deep down the middle. He tried to find Scotty Cooper, who was racked up a bit at the 43-yard line as it falls incomplete.
Another nice pass route by Scotty Cooper. We're not going to see him here, but Steve Matthews sees him streaking down the field right down the seam and just overthrows him just a little bit high right there. If he had let him, it would have been nice. If he had let him right down the hash marks is where that ball should have been.
Cooper is split down to the near side. And the give goes to Saran Stacy, who goes off that right side again for more big yardage. Stacy picked up 6 or 7 on that play and put him over the 140-yard mark rushing for the afternoon.
And Saran Stacy and his offensive line, if they can keep this going for the next 7 games, 6 games into the World Bowl, he should, by all rights, have a shot at an NFL training camp this year. Someone should take a look at him because he's running right now behind a line that's playing well. And if he can do that here, he can do it in the NFL behind an NFL quality line.
Stacy has set a single season record as Matthews signals for a timeout. Stacy has single season record 785 yards last season. The drive continues for the Scottish Claymores when we come back. Less than 5 minutes to go.
So why did you leave AT&T?
I fell for the gimmicks.
I was just auditioning different companies.
And I thought, well, gosh, maybe I'll try it and just see.
And?
I'm disappointed. I miss AT&T.
AT&T misses you, too. So we're making it easy to come back.
Anything that makes my life easier, I'm for it.
How does up to 100 free AT&T minutes sound?
I like free minutes.
We'll send you AT&T long-distance certificates good for up to 100 free minutes, just for switching back to AT&T.
100 free minutes. I'm there.
There's more.
Keep hitting.
Only AT&T customers can get AT&T True Reach savings.
Whoa, what's that?
Well, spend $25 a month, and you save 25% to anyone, anytime, anywhere in the U.S.
I think it's right on the money.
And you're covered on every type of call on your AT&T phone bill. AT&T calling card calls, AT&T cellular long distance, collect calls you receive, even fax and modem calls. Pretty comprehensive, huh?
That's what I like about it.
Does it cost anything to sign up?
Nope, doesn't cost a thing.
Could you please be more enthusiastic?
All you have to do is call 1-800-GET-TRUE. So, have I convinced you yet?
I like what I see, but I kind of want to see more.
Yeah, I'd like to see what I'm saving.
I want something I can easily read, see where my savings are, and go, yes, I'm getting a good deal.
You got it. AT&T puts your savings right on your phone bill.
She could show it to me. She goes, look how much money I saved.
What more could you ask for?
How about this? You're backed by AT&T's world-class customer service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
What have I got to do to come back to you guys?
Call that number to switch now, and you'll get up to 100 free AT&T minutes. So, what do you think?
I think it sounds great.
Especially with 100 free minutes, that sounds wonderful. 25% across the board.
And I know that the service is there. Can't get any better than that.
Well,
I think we'll switch.
Good decision.
Thank you.
You know what to do.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
Come on to Papa.
We're back at Murray Field in Edinburgh, and you see the story of the game there. The reason the Scottish Claymores have a 7-point lead, Bill.
Well, you can see it right there. It's in black and white in front of you. The turnovers and rushing ability of Saran Stacy.
Will Fuhr, league's leading passer, coming in. A couple of interceptions, both of them to David Wilson. And now Steve Matthews and his offense taking over, try to run the clock out with just over 4 minutes to go here in the final period. On 3rd and 5, their own 32. The give to Stacy, tries to bounce it outside, doesn't have much room, but spins off a tackle anyway, and fortunately for him, gets up over the 30-yard line, but didn't gain much, so Scotland will have to punt. because he had nowhere to go.
Well, Amsterdam did what they had to do right there, and that is force them into punt situation. If they were to get a first down right there, they could have gone ahead and chewed up the clock for pretty much the remainder of the game. But now they've got the ball back to their offense. Let's see if they can do something with it.
Timeout, Amsterdam. That's the team's first team charge timeout. Please reset the clock to 3:55. 3:55 on the clock, please.
Amsterdam using its first time out of the second half to stop the clock with 3:55 to go, as you heard. Jim Kreiner will listen in.
You know he's telling them something, coach. Hey, Mark!
Return right. No. Stay here. We already got enough out there. Diedrich's out there. Sorry, you're on the corner. Hurry up.
Now, do a good job of blocking. Come off the blocks and run in like a son of a gun, okay? Do a great job now. Let's get great coverage on this. All righty? Let's go.
Well, for Jim Kreiner, he has to be scratching his head thinking right now, are they going to come after him and try to block this thing? We've seen a couple special team tricks out here today thus far. It's got to cross his mind. So he's telling his guys in there, do a good job up front. Make sure you make your block. On the other end of it, Al Luganville, he's not coming. You heard what he said. This guy, they got to return right on.
He called Vino Bryant earlier the home run hitter, and he could use a home run from Vino here on the special teams in the way of a solid punt return. Vino muffed his first effort to return a punt earlier in the ball game. Scotland recovered that one. And Bryant is standing back deep to receive the Paul McCallum punt. McCallum, who only came in with just over a 27-yard net average, has done much better today. 39.6 yards average on 4 punts this afternoon. Bryant standing deep back at his own 30. This one's a short line drive kick. Bryant fields at his 40 and met right away. James Fuller meets him right away, but a short punt puts Amsterdam in great position at their own 40-yard line.
Well, that's a nice job of holding on to that punt. He was running up there at full speed. He should have ran up there declaring a fair catch so he didn't take the hit, because if he took a hit there, it would have caused a fumble, and it could have easily been a turnover. I mean, that was a little bit hairy right there.
Playing toss. So that was not.
Jim Kreiner explained to his offense what misfired there on that last possession, but now Amsterdam with the ball, and Will Fuhr hits Philip Bobo into Scotland territory, close to the 45-yard line, to pick up a 14 and a first down on that play. As the Admirals thought for a second they might be in the hurry-up offense, but they're not with 3:28 to play. First and 10 at the 46-yard line of Scotland. And Fuhr looking to put it up again. Dumps it out of the backfield to Bryant. Bryant runs out of room. Mark Sander was there. Also first on the play, looked like it might have been David Webb who fouled things up on the swing pass and actually lost yardage.
So you're going to see a nice job here by the defense. Watch them close down the gap around Will Fuhr. Will Fuhr knows he has to dump it to his outlet man. That's the back, Vino Bryant. And he's got 2 guys on him as soon as he catches the ball.
Arnold Ali was making the tackle, and now on the sack, Herman Carroll, along with Brian Proby, getting the sack of Will Fuhr, creating a 3rd down and very long.
You know, all day long, Scotland's defense has been doing a great job. Ray Wilsey has these guys honed. They're fine-tuned. There's no question in anybody's mind what they're going to do. There you see Jay. Just beats his block right around the man.
up a 3rd and very long for Amsterdam. And we may have a delay of game call.
Offense.
We have.
5-yard penalty.
So
Still
3rd and even longer.
One step forward, 4 steps back. It's been for the Amsterdam Admirals today offensively. They've really been struggling. And as I was telling you before, the Scottish Claymore's defense, they're just playing outstanding. Who's ever in there is stepping up.
On 3rd and very long, Pure going deep down the far sideline. Almost caught by Diedrich Smith over there, but good coverage on the play. Knocks him out of bounds and knocks the ball loose. George Coghill making the big hit at the right time.
And Will Pure just hung it out for him. It was just up in the air too long.
2-minute warning here at Edinburgh.
That's the 2-minute warning.
Scotland holding a 7-point lead.
Budweiser.
Alright, we're jamming. I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming, and I hope you like jamming too.
Taking care of business.
Office Depot is bigger and better than ever, with more brand name office supplies than ever before. With more superstores nationwide, more top-brand business machines and computers, more software titles and computer accessories, more office supplies and furniture at guaranteed low prices nobody can beat.
Taking care of business.
Office Depot, taking care of business for companies of every size, everywhere, every day.
Hi, I'm Matt North. FX is about to change your weekends. Catch the World League of American Football on FX. Your world may never be the same.
Are you a parent? I'm talking to parents. And when you talk to parents, you gotta spell things out. If you haven't taken your kids to Disney World, you should call 1-800-401-9474 and get a free Walt Disney World vacation planning video. My mom called last year, but she said, don't get your hopes up, it's only a phone call. Because my dad thought Disney World would cost too much money. But it didn't. And my mom thought it would be hard to plan, but it was easy. Because we called for the video, so we knew what to do. It showed us all the cool rides, where to have breakfast with Mickey Mouse, how to get into the parks an hour early, and how to stay at a Disney resort for $69 a night. First timers gotta know this stuff. But you gotta call right away, because what if they run out? And everybody in the universe gets a free video but you. All parents gotta do is pick up the phone.
Call 1-800-401-9474 now for your free Disney World vacation video and make the dream come true.
Your kids will be very happy.
2-minute warning here at Edinburgh. Murray Field, Scotland up by 7. And the importance of this game, the Claymores looking for their 2nd consecutive home victory and looking to move to 3-0 and have a good shot at that first half championship and the right to host World Bowl 1996 right here at Murray Field. Still, minute 59 left. Vinatieri on the punt. Gets it to Gissendaner, who fair catches it at his own 30, where Scotland will take over and try to kill the clock.
We saw what Lee did right there. It was what should have happened on the other end of it before. He ran right up, calling fair catch, and caught the ball, made a sound catch on it, so he couldn't take a hit. Bean O'Brien needed to do that back there. That's what I was talking about.
I'm just taking a wild guess here, but you think they'll probably try some running plays to the right side as they've been doing?
They're going to try chewing up their clock. Right there you see 77. That's now Joe O'Brien.
Pittsburgh.
We kind of got lost in there a little bit. Who is that guy? Joe was 90 when he started the game. He ripped his jersey.
Now he's wearing 77.
I got see him up there talking about Pittsburgh College. Yeah, he knows. Talking about my alma mater there.
That's right. First down and the give to Stacy, who goes the other way but picks up 5 or 6 yards on the play. Good yardage on first down as time ticks away from Amsterdam. Stacy closing in on 150 yards for the day.
He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself. How about the blue face paint there by Ben Corriero?
Corriero ready for battle on the special teams usually, but
I'm not sure. You look at that blue face paint all over. I don't know if this is the WLF or the WWF.
He is the ultimate warrior, I guess. But you're talking about WWF. You don't get it. Okay. I tried to roll off you there a little bit and do something.
The ultimate warrior.
I tell you,
There he is.
And I tell you what, I wouldn't want to go against him with that war paint stuff on.
How about T?
Yeah, Takuro Abe. The first Japanese-born gentleman to play American football professionally. He is hoping his defensive mates can come up with a big play or turnover and give the offense a chance to even things up here at Murray Field with less than 2 minutes to play.
That's what's kept them in this game. It's been the turnovers. They only have 3 of them, and they've given it up 4 times. But the 3 turnovers have kept them in this ball game. They sure need one right here.
Stacy again. Stopped a bit short of the first down. Rico Mack coming up to fill the hole.
Timeout, Amsterdam. That's
Amsterdam using a timeout, their last one.
40-second timeout.
And a very big 3rd down and 4.
Okay. I want Timmy. You want to go with Thunder? You want to go wide play it, right? Over wide play it. Tell Robert to that side, up on the line of scrimmage. We're telling to remind him of bootleg. Yeah.
Over wide play it. They'll line up and look like an over defense. And you see, they're going to play it. They don't want any variables in there. He wants everybody to be on the same page. And he also told, remember, tell Robert, give Robert a reminder, because they're going to be attacking him. They've been attacking him all day.
The Admirals, a big game coming up next weekend at Frankfurt against the defending World Bowl champion Galaxy, who beat Amsterdam in the World Bowl, of course, last season. Then they go against the London Monarchs at Wembley, then travel on to Barcelona. And the Claymores trying to continue their unbeaten ways if they hold on today. Big 3rd and 4. They give to Saran Stacy. Stacy getting close to first down yardage as he crosses the 40. I think he'll be a little short.
Yeah. No, listen. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull them off sides and take the penalty and kick it. We have to, okay? Yeah.
Well, you kind of like that strategy. He feels real confident in the fact that if they're short, well, we'll line up and we'll call them off sides and we'll take the penalty. It'll be a first down. Like it's old hat. We do this all the time. And they are short. Looks like near a foot.
Yep.
They're going for it. They're going. Long count. Long count. Long count. Long count. Black.
Al Luganbill's all over the top of it. Okay? So they're going to sit up there. They're just going to keep on doing the long count. He's going to say hut until time runs out. Then to delay a game, then they'll have 4th down over and they'll punt. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take the penalty.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
And now they're going to punt. But it was worth a shot. I mean, he's had the ability to call them off all day. And they've been jumping into the neutral zone. But Al Luganbill that time was out there and on top of it. I mean, this guy's been doing a great job of coaching his butt off. I'm telling you. He's on top of these guys, doing everything he can to put them in a position to win.
All right, he'll have less than a minute for his offense to do it. Bean O'Brien will go back deep to receive the punt of Paul McCallum back at his own 30-yard line. McCallum, a high punt this time, driving Bryant back to his 22. And Bryant driven into the turf by James Fuller. Great coverage.
Watch James Fuller right in the middle of your screen. He beats his man to the inside and closes with a perfect tackle without ever breaking stride. He was on him like a heat-seeking missile. He never had to break down in front of him. He never had to worry about a juke. He had his sights set on him all the way from about 15 yards out. Ran right through the man.
So Amsterdam, with 48 seconds to go, the completion from Fuhr to Philip Bobo. Bobo tried to create some distance. I think he might have cost the team a first down, but he got it up to the 28-yard line on the completion, 2nd and 2. No timeouts for the Admirals, 30 seconds to go and counting. We got flags on that play as it looked like the left side of the line for Amsterdam moved early. It might have been Willie Williams.
Well, you're going to have an offsides here, and it is going to be on Willie Williams, and they're going to back him up. But, you know, the Amsterdam Admirals have had the ability to run that pass pattern about 10 times on first down, and it's worked every time. They sent Derek Hill straight down to clear everything out, and Philip Bobo stopped short underneath.
Prior to the snap, we have a false start, number 81, offense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. It also will be a 10-second runoff by rule. Please reset the clock. 17 seconds.
Well, like we talked about earlier, for Amsterdam's offense, it's been 1 step forward and 4 steps back. And that's exactly what happened here. They get their offense going. They get them moving downfield with a nice 9-yard pickup. And you can see the penalty yards right there. It's killing them.
Especially that penalty because it's the last 2 minutes of the game. An extra 10 seconds comes off the clock. It creates a very difficult job for Will Fuhr and the offense. Out of the shotgun. Fuhr trying to buy some time, throws deep downfield, had contact downfield, but no flags. Incomplete pass. James Fuller was on the coverage of David Jones.
David Jones was looking for a flag there, and basically Amsterdam's offense looking for any help they can possibly get right now. It's a crucial time for them. But take a look at the Braveheart defense of the Scottish Claymores. These guys are playing phenomenal today.
Philip Bobo gets the completed pass over the middle, and that'll probably do it. Time will run out on the Amsterdam Admirals, and for the first time in their brief history, the Scottish Claymores have defeated Amsterdam. Your final here this afternoon, 21-14, and the Claymores remain unbeaten. They are 3-0. Amsterdam falls to 1-2.
Nice job, man. Nice job, Michael. What? Right now? Yes. Hey. Yes. Yes.
Steve Matthews, all smiles. His naked bootleg. With 13 or at the 13:01 mark of the fourth quarter, proved to be the difference in the game. Faked everybody out, everybody in this stadium, and scores on a 10-yard run. And that helped Scotland to a big victory here at Murray Field.
That gentleman right there, he's got to be disappointed with his day today. He had big expectations coming into this game. He really thought he had the ability and the offensive game plan to have a big game today. And it's a frustrating deal when you get behind early, as they did. Scotland came out, took the ball, marched it right down the field, and really put him in a bind because your coaching staff right away is in a panic. They want to start changing things, and the quarterback sits there and says, wait, what are we running this for? So then he's got to go out there and perform, and they're trying to get a quick score, and it just didn't pan out. And it seemed he had to play catch-up all day. And when you get in that position of playing catch-up as a quarterback that early in a game, it can make for a long afternoon.
And with each victory this season, of course, this their third victory, Scotland exceeds last year's victory total from the entire season. Last season they finished 2-8. This year they're already 3-0. And there are the standings as they sit right now. The Claymores move to 3-0. Frankfurt playing Barcelona a little bit later today. The Galaxy, the defending champions, 2-0. Amsterdam falling to 1-2 already. They have more losses in the regular season than they did all of last year. And Matt Storm celebrating with the fans.
They love them here in Scotland. I mean, I think the Scottish fans are really coming to grip and grasp and hold these Scottish Claymores. I mean, they're over in the stands hugging them. There's Tom Bourne over there signing some autographs, interacting with the people. You know, last year, they only had 2 wins, and none of them were at home. So the fans never had a chance to get behind it and say, we as a nation here, Scotland, won a football game. And now they've been able to do it twice at home, and also beat rivals London Monarchs. They're very pumped up.
That's right, and with the addition of course, the rugby legend, Gavin Hastings, everybody has an interest on how Gavin did. Gavin perfect in extra points today, 3 for 3 on him. And that has just generated a lot more interest in this football team. There's Jim Kreiner congratulating his fellas, too.
He's a happy man at 3-0. And, you know, 2 weeks from now, it's going to be determined. Whoever has the best record after 2 weeks, after the halfway mark, is going to host the World Bowl. And Jim's real happy. Jim was a guy, he had to take over there like halfway through the season last year. And he got thrown into a situation where it wasn't his coaches, it wasn't his players, it wasn't his offensive or defensive scheme. So this off-season, he spent the time, went out and drafted what he wanted offensively and defensively. He brought in Ray Wilsey and other coaches that he has known before and worked with. And he's a happy guy because things are really starting to pan out for him relatively quick here. He's off to a 3-0 start.
It's ironic. Last year before he took over, he told us at the meetings yesterday that he got a phone call when he was informed he'd take over the head coaching job about 3 a.m. a couple of days before their first game.
Yeah, you're right. It was 3 days prior to the opener. That's what it was. He found out. He says, by the way, good morning.
You are the head coach. Scotty Cooper giving everybody here a reason to party some more this evening because the national player scored his first career touchdown on a 5-yard reception as he broke over the middle underneath, and Steve Matthews hit him. So all is well.
You know, overall, throughout the World League.
All right, Coach Jim Kreiner is with us now. Coach Eric Clemens and Bill Moss up here in the booth. Congratulations on the victory. Kind of strange one. A lot of turnovers, some bumps and bruises and injuries, but in the end, you came out on top. What was the key for you today?
I think the single biggest effort or factor that we can point to is that our players were playing hard, and when we had to have a couple of big plays, like the interception down there, and a couple of big plays to keep that last drive going so we could score, our players came up with them. So despite all of the other bad things that happened during the game, they continued to play very, very hard, and so we were in a position to make those plays when they came about.
All right, Coach, you have some great size up front on your offensive line, and obviously you took advantage of that, especially with Saran Stacy getting, we don't have the official numbers yet, but has to be close to 150 yards rushing today. And you told us yesterday that was a plan coming in to establish the run, and you did it.
Well, you know, we're going to get better each week as long as we can keep our offensive line healthy. And we know that this Amsterdam group is too talented just to let them lay their ears back and come after us. And as our offensive line gains in maturity, then we can keep the defenses off balance by being a better and better running team. And early in the ball game, they were bringing 2 linebackers and sometimes a free safety trying to get pressure on us. And when we were able to pick all of that up and still run on them, it forced them out of their game plan. And I think the offensive line deserves a tremendous amount of credit for playing heads-up alert football.
Coach Bill Moss, congratulations.
Thank you, Bill.
Defensively, you guys have really stepped it up this year. I mean, you've got to be #1 in the league right now in total defense after today's performance. And you addressed that in the offseason. 7 of your top 9 or 9 of your top 12 draft picks were defensive, and you brought in Ray Wilsey. It's really seemed to be working well for you.
Yeah, Ray's an outstanding coach, and I knew going in that we had an opportunity to be good if we could get Ray for 2 reasons. Number one, I knew that Ray would really take a big load of helping me with the draft in terms of identifying the defensive players that we should be going after. And then Ray's ability to put the schematics together week in and week out and come up with a little something different Also make the players play with a great deal of pride. And Ray's done a great job of that wherever he's been. And I felt very good about what Ray could do for us, and it's proved out to be exactly the case.
Coach Jim Kreiner, you have a lot to be proud of after the big victory this afternoon. Go celebrate with your team. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Jim Kreiner, whose Scottish Claymores win at 21-14 next week. Rhine Fire playing host to the Claymores as they try to extend the record to 4-0. Frankfurt hosting Amsterdam in a rematch of last year's World Bowl. And the London Monarchs host the Barcelona Dragons. So, Claymores with an inside track so far, depending on what happens later today, on the World Bowl berth right here at Murray Field. 21-14 winners. That is it from here at Murray Field in Edinburgh, Scotland. So long, everyone.
And now the whole gang has bopped over to Burger King. Your kids can collect them all. One with every $1.99 Kids Club hamburger.